Telecast of this game is proudly supported by Bachelor Institute. Enrolments for all courses in 2020 are opening soon. Bachelor Institute, supporting your football and your education.
Good afternoon and welcome to ICTV's coverage of the 2019 AFL Central Australia season. This telecast brought to you by the Bachelor Institute. It signifies the start of the Premier League finals series. We've got Federal versus Pioneer in a knockout elimination final for you. My name's Stan Coombe. Joining me in commentary, Sean Cusack, and the equation pretty simple in a knockout final. There's no tomorrow if you lose.
Yeah, that's it, Stan, and there is no next week for the losing side today, so it should be a really good match. They're both pretty even teams, and have had their battles throughout the season, so it'll be interesting to see what happens today. Close game, I'm predicting today.
Federal finished third at the end of the minor round, 7 wins, 5 losses. Were 1 game and percentage behind second place Rovers. Pioneer fourth, 3 wins, 9 losses, finishing a couple of games and plenty percentage clear of 5th place West. So over the course of the season, Federal had the better of it. Pioneer just the 3 wins, but that doesn't matter much today.
No, it doesn't. And I guess with Pioneers, they've actually got an opportunity to play with all their players playing on the same day, and they haven't had that for the full season. So that could be a difference. That could be a telling difference today. But then Federals, who have been very consistent and had a similar side all year, they've got that grinding type style of play, and they'll just stay at them. So it's 2 different contrasts, 2 different style of sides. One's got a lot of pace and a lot of skill in Pioneers, and the other side they just compete and grind away, and they find a way to win. So really interesting.
Previous meetings between the two this year, 3 times they've met. Federal won on each occasion. Not a lot between them in a couple of those games. Round 4, Federal 6-9 defeated Pioneer 6-2, 7 points of difference. Wet conditions that day would explain the low scores in terms of goals, 6 each. In round 9, Federal 16-9 defeated Pioneer 9-5, a 46-point win. But it's the last one that probably gives us the indicator we're hoping for a close game. Round 14, Federal 11-4-70, Pioneer 10-6-66, 4 points a game. It could have went either way. Yeah,
that's it. And looking to be an like I said, interesting game. 2 different styles of team. We know Federals are known for training hard and training together and training as a unit. Whereas Pioneers have, had been an up and down sort of season, but having the players that they'll have in today, I think, it could go anyway. It could go anyway. I'm really excited about the game today.
A couple of pretty handy ends when you can call on past AFL experience, Matt Campbell and Darryl White, and in a final, that sort of experience invaluable.
Yeah, well, there's those 2. I think. Will have a real crack, but the notable one that I sort of see out there at the moment is young Ethan Little. He's just come off he's played pretty much a full season with the NT Thunder, and they get to utilise him today. So having like White, having Campbell and Little, but also I noticed young Liam McDonald in the side today too for Pioneers. So there's a fair bit of running power just between Ethan Little and Liam McDonald. So,
important in for Federal, Louis Egger back into the side, quality player there.
Yeah, he's an awesome player. Thunder Premiership player as well. We know how creative and how damaging he can be. He's got really good skill, and he's a leader within this club. And he didn't play last week. I think that was probably just to rest the body and get him right for this one.
Another one to keep an eye on, Robert Woods. Bit of an excitement machine. He's kicked bags of goals in grand finals before. He's a big game player.
Absolutely. He'll be up there today. He's one that Pioneers will have to put someone really good on who can do a stopping job on him, because if you give him an inch, he'll take a mile on you. And if he gets started, he could end up with 6 to 7 goals by the end of the game.
Form coming in just from last week. Pioneer warmed up with a comfortable victory over West. They won it by 146 points, and most clubs have been doing that to West in the second half of the season. Federal, they were up against the top side South last week and went down by 49 points, so maybe a little dent to the confidence there. And gee, Pioneers' point of view, winning by 146 points, so it doesn't matter who you play, that's confidence building.
Yeah, that's it. I went out and watched the Federal and South game, and Feds actually, I would have seen 4 or 5 players rested for this particular match. So with Pioneers, poor old West, they've had a season to forget, and they'd be looking forward to next year and getting back into pre-season time.
Rovers versus South, the double chance semi-final coming up after this one, and the loser of that game will face the winner of this one next week, while the winner of that Rovers South game will go straight into the 2019 Premier League Grand Final. Both teams heading into position. Just some recent finals history from these two.
Yep.
Look, Feds have been a pretty strong club over the last decade. Back-to-back premierships, 2015-16. They won in 2013 as well, and runners-up in 2017. So I reckon they still got plenty of players from that know what it's all about. Pioneers' most recent grand final was 2016 against Federal, and they were beaten by 93 points. It's been a little while for Pioneers since they tasted premiership success.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think this is a really good step forward for them this season. They finished bottom last year, and they've obviously their champion players have rallied around them. We've got Matt Campbell in the middle at the moment. Look, I think they're on their way up. Whether they take the next step today is still to be seen. So it'll be an interesting contest.
Everyone's ready out on the ground. We're just waiting for the umpire to get things underway. The two ruckmen out there, William Carlisle for Feds and Shaney Miles for Pioneer. The umpire puts the footy above the head to get things underway. Knockout, elimination, semi-final. And a pretty good contest between the two ruckmen. I reckon Carlisle probably had the better of it, had the footy moving forward in Feds' direction. Matt Campbell, though, will knock it back in the direction he wants it going, and that's towards the Eagles' favour. The ball right out to that far side wing. Craig Doolan picks up for Feds, ran straight into a tackle, being dispossessed. Matt Campbell with the footy, thought about the handball, changed his mind, went the little left-footed pass, fell to the feet of his teammate. Quick handball out over to Kylan Bishop. He got it forward again to Bronson Plummer, back to Albert Bailey, and his kick's been marked just inside the boundary line by Liam McDonald.
Yeah, already Campbell, McDonald, Bishop now in the play. So really important running players.
Bishop with another disposal too, kicked it inside 50. Doolan there, long handball fed out backwards for the Demons. Now they can run it out of the back line. A long kick will go in towards the middle of the ground. It was a nice pass too. So the Demons with the footy and in the hands of James Malbunker.
So Malbunker chips it over to Murdoch. Murdoch goes long. He's looking for their big forward in Ainsley Walker. Ainsley Walker, good work there, picks it up from the ground, still tapping it forward. Good pressure by the Pioneers defence. Ainsley Walker still fighting in there. Good work there by Federals now. They work it out, get it at the back. Good kick up forward, looking for Woods. Woods has got one to beat, and Cole, he works really well, gets around him. Ball goes to ground again. Bishop picks up. It goes over the back. Well done by Federals.
Woods got it to Malbunker. Malbunker played on, but his handball's going to the opposition. Bronson Plummer takes it, got it to Kylan Bishop, back to Jackson Cole, able to evade the tackle. He actually runs across ground in the back line in the defensive 50 there, had a bounce. Nice kick out towards Kane Savalas-Seaton, didn't hold on to the mark, now under a fair bit of pressure. Braden Wiley picks up the footy for Feds. Serig passes a good one, and Ainsley Walker takes the mark overhead, about 30 metres directly out in front of goal.
Yeah, Ainsley Walker didn't have a too bad of a game last week as well. Really quality player. He's really strong mark, and he gives a lead every time he goes for the footy, and he's a nice kick, so he's directly in front of you.
Been playing for Willawa as well in the
absolute
Community
star.
Cup competition.
Yeah, absolute star.
Some exciting finals action from that competition coming up tomorrow on ICTV. Big weekend of footy. Ainsley Walker looking for this first goal. First goal of the game, and he's put it straight through the middle. Federal are on the board. That's the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. 1 straight 6. Pioneer yet to score.
Yeah, and that's the thing about the both sides. You got a hard-working blue-collar side and Federals, and they just kept working there and kept putting the pressure on. So it's a real contrast in style. So we'll see what happens here on the bounce. Notable in as well as Kane Savalas, Seaton. Kane's only just come back from Victoria. And, lining up for Pioneers today.
I reckon he's had a game or two for Spitfires in Tennant Creek too.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Under the coaching guidance.
Actually working up there now.
Yeah, under the coaching guidance of the masterful Kim Bracken.
Yeah, Kimmy Bracken. Ball up in the middle. Miles wins it out, goes to Bailey. Ethan Little's there. Good work there by Bishop. Kicks it up to their half-forward line. Ball goes to ground. Pioneers are working, I think that's Cop there, picks the ball up, dribbles it out to McDonald. McDonald's got a little bit of space, chips it up to Darrell White. Darrell White takes an easy mark, 45 metres out from goal. Chips it over, Matt Campbell. Good team play there. Matt Campbell plays on quickly, has a shot, goes offline. Good team play there. Pretty skillful effort.
2 veterans combining the AFL experience coming to the fore. Murdoch marks the kick in the back pocket for Federal. Very impressive playing for the Red Tails a few weeks back, Murdoch.
Yeah.
Long kick out to the half-back flank, gap road side of the ground. Might have been Sortino up high there for Pioneer. Ball being socked around on the ground. Little handball back to the defensive 50 to Joe Roberts for Federal. Jammed it onto the right boot out towards the half-back flank. His teammate out there, James Malbunker, under a fair bit of pressure. Ball pretty close to the boundary line, but the umpy letting it go. Bronson Plummer scooped it up, got the handball to Luke Adams. He was dumped just as he got his handball away. Joe Roberts picks up now for Feds. Kick around the body, waiting for the bounce. Ainsley Walker, and it favoured him. He runs onto it now, gets to within 50, has a bounce. Now 40 out from goal on the left boot. Walker goes for his second, but just misses.
Just offline. He had a couple of plays there too that he could have kicked to. But, that's what you want from a forward, to have a shot, back yourself in. Ball out here, Jackson Cole just fumbles a little bit. Lucky he got his hands on it and it went out of bounds. Now it's a throw in. Inside 50s for the Demons. Demons are making a few changes on their interchange, getting some fresh legs on the ground. Ball up. Both players go up for both sides. Well done. Roberts gets it, gets a quick kick, kicks it towards the square. Wiley's in there, so is Ainsley Walker. Oh, the danger man already has another go. Offline.
Federal are 1 goal 2-8, and Ainsley Walker's 1 goal 2-8.
Yeah, he's had all their scoring shots for them today.
Pioneer the one behind. Bring the ball back in from full-back. I think it's McMasters. Long kick out towards the defensive 50. Doolan got a fist on the footy for Feds. Back towards Joe Roberts. Sortino came in. Roberts got hold of him. The ball spilt loose. Over on the hands and knees. The big fella who just came on, Semler far. Now Doolan with a handball out to Roberts. Roberts is getting plenty of footy. Back towards Ainsley Walker. Up with the one hand, couldn't take the mark. Malbunker fed the handball out in front of his teammate Joey Egger. But Bronson Plummer beat him to it. And the Plummer taps it. Gets it out to the half-back flank. Wouldn't be the first time a Plummer's been involved with a tap. His kick up towards centre wing. Bouncing footy taken by Patrick Coleman. That's his brother. So Coleman now with the footy. The Tennant Creek connection. A kick inside 50. Oh, Pepperell had it, lost it. Good enough to recover. Long kick will go in towards the goal square. 1-on-1. A bit of a nudge out. The umpire said play on. And the Federal defence able to clean up. And the kick comes out towards Sembler far on the back flank.
Yeah, they just look really cool under pressure at the moment. They're getting a lot of numbers back. Good play there by the Demons. They just got to work it out through. Oh, bad hammer. Savalas is onto it. Kicks it up to White. White takes a good mark, good strong mark, about 40 metres, 45 metres out from goals. Look, you would have backed him in, a few years back, but the legs are getting a bit old and tired, but we'll see how he goes.
I reckon it'll be accurate.
Absolutely.
Maybe the distance, I don't know. I watched him play a few weeks back against Rovers and he was pretty good. I tell you, he's not going to drop marks like that.
No, just offline. Good lead Good effort to hit up. Gave an option to Savalas. Good stuff. So Federals now work it out through their back half in Jason Wilmot. Wilmot kicks it across. Not sure who that player is, but he kicks it up to Axton on the wing. Ball goes out of bounds in front of Axton and Lake for Pioneers.
About 4.5 minutes gone in the opening term. Federal 1 goal, 2-8. Pioneer 2 points. Good even contest so far. Beautiful conditions here at Traeger Park. Barely a zephyr of breeze for the players to contend with.
It's absolutely beautiful conditions down here.
Lights are on. Ruckman go at it. Miles probably got hands on that from the back position in the ruck contest. Ball bobbling around on the ground. Wilmot had it. Might have been able to slip a little handball out to his teammate. Long kick forward here for Feds. Here's Ainsley Walker again, front position. Sticky hands. Gets around onto that left boot. It's a penetrating low kick inside 50 through the hands of Malbunker. Robert Woods running on it. No, that's Malbunker now over the football. Knocked to the ground. Jackson Cole picks up for Pioneer and kicks it out to half-back, taken by Savalas Seaton.
Yep, Savalas now gives it to Little. Little goes to half forward, going to Campbell. Campbell takes a nice chest mark at half forward. Plays on quickly, kicks it towards White. White's got a stretch, ball goes to ground. Bishop's there. Good play by Federals. They work it out and kick it to the gap side wing.
So footy out in front of Patrick Coleman here for Pioneer. He'll pick it up just inside the boundary line. Nice shepherd there from Lockie Lake. Gave him a little bit extra time. Long kick. Gives away a bit of ground, but he gets it to Pepperell. And Pepperell kicks to Dean Sortino, who marks at centre half back for Pioneer. Sortino able to run around and gain a bit of ground. Kicks into the centre. Kane Savalas Seaton now with the footy. Just slowing it down a little bit here, Pioneer. Short pass chip forward to Ethan Little. Mark on the chest to him. Now he'll go long and inside 50. Looking for Willie Foster on the lead. Strong hands from Foster. He's got the mark about 50 out from goal.
They've actually just brought him onto the ground too, Stan. Maybe they were looking at maybe having an extra tall up there. The moves, they've made the move and it's worked. So
certainly some overhead experience. White and Foster up there. Willie Foster from 50. That's a good looking kick off the boot. He might be a veteran. He's still got a bit of life in those legs though. First goal on the board for Pioneer.
Absolutely. Nice kick there by Foster. Didn't look like missing, you know. He just went back and leaned back into it and got it.
Great to see him out there too. He's had to overcome a little bit of illness in recent years.
Yeah, look, it's just an amazing story, you know. And to be out there playing footy, what an effort.
So scores are level. 7 minutes have been played in the opening term. Got what we want. Nice close one. Both teams showing a bit.
Yeah, they're equal at the moment. It's been a pretty good move. They've made some changes through the midfield for Pioneers. 2 ruckmans go at it. No one really wins it out. Ball still in the middle of the ground. It's been held up. Miles and big fellas, similar and Miles go up at it. Federals win it out, get it moving forward. Axton there is in front position. Joe Roberts is there as well. Pioneers try and get it out. Roberts is working his backside off there.
Strong tackle.
But good tackle there by the Pioneers defence. Good efforts there by young Joe Roberts. 2 or 3 efforts in there.
Sortino was the tackler. Doolan will do the roving after the ruck contest. His non-preferred right boot, high kick, drops inside 50. Walker came out and had a fair piece of that one again. This time couldn't hold on to the mark. Little handball out by Eric Williams, been swooped upon here by Fed's left-footed snap in towards goal by Isaiah Forbes. He's offline. That point is what Fed will now lead by 139, Pioneer 128. Bachelor Institute scoreboard. 8.5 minutes gone in the opening term.
It's a pretty quick sort of mid-sized forward line for Federals. Pepperell's got it in the back pocket, kicks it out in front of the grandstand here at Traeger Park. Foster's got front spot. Federals player does really well. Just to tap it out, may have been a free kick for putting the ball over.
A few appeals for it.
He's going to play the just the throw in. Players round the footy. 2 ruckmen at it again.
Ooh.
Good tap there by the Federal player, Ma. Ma just runs the footy over the boundary line.
A name that a surname we're probably more familiar with at South. Of course, Charlie Marr Sr. and his young fellas, Kelvin Marr and Charlie Marr Jr.
Yeah,
He's a nephew for those fellas.
Yeah, absolutely. Old Charlie did play for Federals when he first came to Alice Springs. All up on the ground. Good work there by Pioneers to work it at the back. Campbell gets a boot onto it. Roberts is there again. Roberts gives it across now. Their halfbacks are moving. Murdoch's going to get the footy here in the middle of the ground. Gives it off to his teammate. Good play. They work it up to half forward. Running inside 50. Having a shot. Great effort there by the Demons. Well done. Good team play. Fantastic run off half back. I think that's a bit of a game plan sort of structure, maybe something that they work on. But the goal kicker actually came from half back. I'm just trying to pick him up now.
About 3 or 4 of them ran off half back.
Yeah, and I think it was number 19.
I've gone for 26, I thought. Alex Thompson, who's just walked back to the wing here.
I thought it was James Taylor, number 19. But
we'll check on him later.
Great effort, great effort. As soon as that ball got turned over, they were away there, Federals.
Footy back in the middle. Carlisle back into the ruck for Federal. And I don't think Shoney Miles has had a rest yet.
Shoney Miles, he's got a tough day. He's got to ruck against 2 big, solid ruckmen for Feds.
Wilmot got the centre clearance kick for Feds. Bronson Plummer's been doing pretty well back in the back line there for Pioneer. Under a fair bit of pressure this time. The handball out in front of his brother Patrick Coleman, and he's been pushed in the back. Coleman gets the free kick.
Yeah, they've both been pretty good, Coleman and Plummer. Off that half back, yeah.
They've got a younger brother too, Kenneth. Cheerio to him. Mark at centre half back for Pioneer, taken by Jaden McMasters. He goes straight up the middle. Wilmot with some courage back and took the mark overhead in front of the oncoming traffic. And then he passes out to Joe Roberts, who marks on the wing on the Gap Road side of the ground. His kick is a nice one too. And the chest mark taken by Waylon Hudson. Just finding some loose players here. Feds not with this kick though. McMasters in the road. Little handball exchange there as Francis Bruce gets a kick out to Kylan Bishop on the wing for the Eagles.
Yeah, Bruce looks in midfield. Well done. Good lead by McDonald. That's the sort of play you want to see. Oh, the kick just goes to ground in front of Campbell. Here's Murdoch. Murdoch's been dangerous already. Had a few kicks already. Goes to Wiley, puts it at the ball out in front of Wiley. Oh, Foster's on him. Oh, he breaks the tackle there. Wiley kicks it long. He's looking for Woods. Cole's doing a fantastic job just to keep him out of the play.
Going to get free.
And Cole will get the free kick. Great work there by Jackson Cole.
Good matchup. Up and coming young footballer Jackson Cole. He's doing a little bit of waxing with his teammate down there across the back line. And now from the grandstand side back pocket, he'll pass short out to Kane Savalas-Seaton, who marks on the defensive 50. They're still inside the defensive 50 with the next one to McMasters. And now he gets it out to the back flank to Pepperell. Pepperell, handball back to Savalas-Seaton. A couple of possessions in that passage of play for him. Ball towards Ethan Little in the front position. Probably not the preferred marking target. You want someone a little bit bigger. Footy picked up for the Eagles, though, by Ethan Little. Gets a kick off the outside of the boot to bounce inside the defensive 50. Oh, that kick there for Feds is under a bit of pressure off the side of the boot from Timothy Germano, out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, Germano was just under a bit of pressure there by young Bishop. And young Bishop will get the free kick here.
Seems a style of play from him, a bit of a terrier.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just crossed over from the Rovers Football Club last year. Quality young player. Ball goes out the back and it goes through for a behind.
Third behind to Feds, 139, Federal 2416, Bachelor Institute scoreboard. About 13 minutes played so far in the opening term.
Dangerous kick here. Ball goes there, Pioneers players there. Liam McDonald just got a lot of time, just didn't hit the kick right. Ball goes out to back to Bruce. Bruce gets tackled. Heavy tackle laid there by, I can't pick that player up, I think it's...
Left foot might be Doolan.
Doolan, I think it was, yeah, Doolan. Good effort there by Pioneers to pick up the footy. Miles is in there. So is Walker for Federals. Good play there. Well done there by Lake. Lake gets a handball across. Back into play. Balls goes out of bounds. Good effort there.
Young Patrick Coleman's having a good dip out on the wing.
Yeah, Patrick Coleman was in that play as well, Stan, and did very well.
Their old man played at least one premiership for Pioneer. 98, I reckon, Darius Plummer.
Yeah.
Probably better known as Chongy.
Yeah.
Around the traps.
Yeah.
Boundary throw in out on the Gap Road side of the ground. It's on the half-forward flank as far as Pioneer concerned. Half-back flank as far as the Demons are concerned. Egger picks it up onto the left boot. Kick into the corridor was good to Murdoch. So Shane Murdoch from centre half-back. Directs a little bit of traffic. Couple running loose for him inside the centre square. Popped it over to the centre circle and found Henley Driffin, who's taken the mark. He gets off with the left boot now. Went straight down the middle. Standing in the road, Luke Adams, the veteran for Pioneer, has taken the mark, and he will clear out to the half-back flank. And the Eagles move it forward again. And Ethan Little now got it just backward of the centre circle.
Yeah, it just seems like the battle of the half-back. Savalas gives a handball back over to his teammate there in Adams. Adams kicks it out wide to Coleman. The young fellow we were just talking about gives it back to Adams. Adams is under heaps of pressure. Federals do really well at the back of the play. Good play there by Doolan, I think it is. Kicks it across to Walker. Walker's been prominent today, but this has been their problem. They just haven't been able to go on with it with the amount of play that they've had in their forward line. Good play there by Pioneers. Plummer gets it at the back, kicks it out wide. He's looking for Adams. Adams is in front of the tree of knowledge here at Traeger Park. Adams goes back into play. Oh, dangerous handball. Turned over. Walker's in there again. Walker's got the ball to boot in front of the scoreboard at the back. Great mark there by the Federals player in Hudson. Waylon Hudson's got an opportunity to kick his team a goal.
Gee, Ainsley Walker getting a lot of footy around half forward.
He's working hard. Working real hard.
Good hands, but he's pretty quick when it's on the deck as well.
Yeah, that's it. They've got that little bit of run. They've got that little bit of extra at the moment, Federals.
Banana.
Oh, the umpire slaps his chest there. It's gone through for behind.
Federal increase their lead. They're 2-5-17, Pioneer 1-3-9.
Much better build up there too by Federals. There's one thing that I'm picking up straight away already is that Pioneers half forwards have got to run with the Federals half-backs. They're just getting too much of the footy at the moment.
Kick in for Pioneers, gone straight up the middle to centre half-back, and Bronson Plummer's taken the mark. Kicks looking for Patrick Coleman. They've gone brother to brother a few times. Colin Bishop comes in from the back after the ball hit the deck from the marking contest. He's over the top of it. Murdoch over the top of him. The umpire calls for a ball up.
Yeah, look, Pepperell and Cole have been really good just to hold things up. And you got Coleman and Plummer doing a fantastic job in Pioneer's defence.
Interchange here for Pioneer. Henry Peckham coming on. Ethan Little will get the clearance after the ball up. And Darryl White, some good body work, taking the mark on the chest. He'll play on with the kick inside 50, put it out in front of Willie Foster. Difficult half volley for Foster to try and take. Murdoch got in the road, and Murdoch's going to get a free kick.
Yeah, he's probably had about 7 possessions already. Murdoch. He's got the bald head and the big beard to go with it. Good player though. Kicks it out wide. Federals just working the footy through. They're going back to the middle of the ground, and we got Jermaine. Kicks it in the middle of the ground. Ball goes to ground. Good play there by Pioneers. Eggers in there, gives it back. Kicks it out wide again, and they'll start all over again. That's where the ball was only 2 seconds ago.
Timothy Germano with the footy. Plenty of time to weigh up his options. Kicked it to the wing. The big ruckman there, Carlisle, took it on the bounce. Got the little handball inboard to Thompson. Thompson had to get rid of it quickly over to Wilmot. Wilmot's kick forward was under a bit of pressure. Now Bunker came in and made a contest there for Feds. Luke Adams gets the crumbs for Pioneer. Chips it towards the wing just in front of Darryl White. The ball off him and over the boundary line for a boundary thrown on the Gap Road side wing.
Yeah, it's a strange, for me, it looks a bit of a strange one. Standard, this seems to be played at a pace that there's nothing really excessive at the moment. They're just sort of working each other up. Federals win it out of the ruck contest. Ball goes forward to that danger man again in Walker. Waylon Hudson goes to ground. Ainsley Walker gets it on the boot. Oh, this would be interesting. Good play there by Pepperell. Keeps front spot for Pioneers. Gives a handball out. Well done. Keeps running now. Peckham's in there. Peckham goes long out to the gap side wing. Oh, great mark there by the by Wilmot for the Demons.
So Wilmot, about 70 out from goal. Oh, he's hit the turf as he kicked that one. It's gone straight to Luke Adams, who gave the handball to Albert Bailey. Bailey back into the corridor, and he finds Kylan Bishop. Just moving it slowly, Pioneer. There's not much play on from half-back. Kick towards the wing. Marking contest there. Taken off hands by Luke Adams. Under a fair bit of pressure. Still got his handball off towards Kylan Bishop. Matt Axton in the road for Feds. Plummer was there too for Pioneer. Now Sean Foster picks up the footy and dashes away. Has a bounce. Runs past the grandstand wing. Onto the left boot. Placed the kick nicely out in front of his teammate. And the Eagles have got it about 70 out from goal. Kick forward by Shanley Malbunker inside 50. Oh, that's a pretty good mark in the back position there.
Smith.
Taylor Smith, is it? Or Travis Smith, sorry.
Travis Smith, yeah.
Late inclusion for Federal.
Federal's working through half-back. Goes to Wiley. Wiley. He's got a few players that he can kick to. There goes the siren for the first break. Good little game. Just sort of working each other out, Stan, I reckon. We'll slowly see the momentum build, I reckon, over the next couple of quarters.
Score at quarter time, Federal 2-5-17, Pioneer 1-3-9, so an 8-point lead to Federal at the first break in the 2019 Premier League Elimination Final. You're watching it on ICTV, don't go anywhere. 3 more exciting quarters coming your way soon.
Hey Nev. Hey Toby, this is Milpa. Milpa's helping all the kids have strong eyes so they can play footy like us.
Oh yeah, is that because there's still some trachoma, making kids eye sick?
That's right, and stopping trachoma is easy.
Is it? How?
All you have to do is blow your nose, wash your face whenever it's dirty.
True.
It's like washing your hands after going to the toilet. We do it all the time, even if we can't see the germs.
So Nev, by cleaning your face, you stop germs from snotty noses and mucky eyes spreading?
Yep.
So remember, clean faces, strong eyes.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting
What for?
for big water leak. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water is more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen, you can hear the sound. Go and hunt for leak and save the precious water in your community. We finally get you to the leak. Either we can turn it off or go and find the right person if it's bad.
I love going hunting for bush tucker. Maybe I can hunt for links too.
And you can do it too and save the precious water for your community.
On territory roads, anything can happen, so you need to drive careful. Especially in bad weather. Be extra careful in heavy rain, dust storms, bushfires and strong winds. If the weather is bad, you might slow down. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
Kids need help to stop trachoma. The eye disease can cause pain, sickness and even blindness. It's spread by mucky eyes and snot on the face. Luckily, it's easy to stop. By helping kids to blow their nose, wash their hands and clean their face, you'll be helping to stop eye disease spreading and keep their eyes healthy and strong. And by teaching kids to get rid of mucky eyes and snotty noses, you'll be playing your part to stop trachoma. Remember,
Trachoma is everybody's business.
clean faces, strong eyes.
Nyanyikan kalau ICTV, Miltirani ka ngalim panyango. You're watching ICTV, showing our way.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Telecast of this game is proudly supported by Bachelor Institute. Enrolments for all courses in 2020 are opening soon. Bachelor Institute, supporting your football and your education.
Many remote communities are running low on water. Water is precious in our community.
Hey, what are you doing? Just filled up the dog bowl. What are you doing?
I'm going shopping.
Oh, cool. I'll come with you.
Hey, you left the water running. The water's going everywhere, doing nothing. That's a waste. It's all drying up. You need to remember to turn off the outside taps. What can I do to help protect the water? Yep, never walk away from a flowing tap. Always turn it off.
And welcome back to ICTV's coverage of the 2019 AFL Central Australia season. This telecast being brought to you by the Bachelor Institute. There's only 7 points in it on the scoreboard. The Bachelor Institute scoreboard at quarter time. Federal 2-4, 16, Pioneer 1-3-9. It's an elimination semi-final. My name's Stan Coombe. Joining me in commentary, Sean Cusack. We did read out off the scoreboard 2-5 at quarter time, but when the goal umpires confirm, and now it's 2-4, so we go with that.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, once they tick it off at the quarter time breaks, yeah, that's what we go with.
And the ICTV crew making the quick adjustment. It's a pretty even first term. Just discussing at quarter time, maybe the difference between the two. The target at centre half forward for Feds, Ainsley Walker.
Yeah, the man from Wallara. He's having a big day today.
They'll be wanting him to have a big day tomorrow too. Yes. Preliminary final for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, he's a really good player, and he'll keep presenting all day. And it looks as though they've got Peckham on him now, so we'll see how they go.
Semler Farr, Benjamin Semlin Farr in the ruck for Federal, and Shaney Miles continues to go solo.
Yes, he's got a big job. He's got two ruckmen to go against, and that's being a past ruckman stand, that's hard work.
Yeah, it's nice to go and get a breather every now and then, at least five minutes per quarter.
Yep, absolutely.
So second term about to get underway. Semler Farr versus Miles in the ruck contest, and pretty even that one. I don't know if either of them got a hand on it. Matt Campbell lays a tackle in the middle of the ground. We'll start it all over again with another ball up.
Crucial, the rucks in the middle of the ground.
It's been pretty even so far. Quick kick forward here for Feds by Alex Thompson. Bronson Plummer dashing off half back as he did a few times in the first term. Little toe poke to get the ball moving further forward, and now up towards the wing for Pioneer. Braden Wiley tries to break through the tackle, got it onto the left boot. Footy gathered on the bounce by Matt Axton. He kicks towards the attacking 50 for Feds. Good punch away from behind by Richard Pepperell. Then he dives in over the top, holding the ball in. The Feds eventually knock it out. Lachlan Lake tries to scoop it back in Pioneer's favour. So too Sortino, but Thompson picks up for Federal. Kicks it high and inside 50. Here's Walker again in a pack of four. Jackson Cole got the handball off Matt Campbell. Gave the handball over to McMasters, who gives it back to Cole, and then Cole latches on to a mighty torpedo. Sends it well inside the attacking 50. They turn around and run onto this. Ethan Little knocks it forward. Can he gather again 30 metres out? He can't. A little bit of a fumble into the forward pocket. Eventually picks it up, but the Demons able to maybe take him over the line, at least hold him up in the tackle. Gee, that was a big kick from Jackson Cole.
That was a bomb. That almost went 55 metres, I reckon.
And once it finished bouncing, and then Ethan Little got a couple of taps on it, they've actually taken that from the defensive 50 to the forward pocket.
And the pace has certainly lifted. It's lifted a notch this quarter. Both ruckmans go at it. Good play there. McDonald gets it, puts it in the square, but there's only Federals there, and that's big Travis Smith. Smith chips it out to his player in Taylor. Taylor, being prominent all for the first quarter, had a big turn. Kicks it out to Axton. Axton's been really good at half forward, just presenting and leading up. Takes a mark in front of Plummer. Axton goes to Roberts. JJ McMasters is in there for Pioneers. So is Wiley. Wiley works it out the back. Good play there. Now Wiley gets it back. Ball goes to half forward. Here's the danger man, Ainsley. So is Cole. Cole's at the back. Oh, he's overrun it. Ainsley Walker's there. Good pick up. He's got to take on two players there. Forbes is in there now. Helps him out. Ball goes to ground right on 50.
Good
forward
tackling
50
both
for
sides.
Feds. Well done there. He needed the support there from young Josiah Forbes, and he got it.
So ball up on the attacking 50. Doolan thought about the handball, then eventually did get it away to Roberts. Roberts kicks inside 50. Waylon Hudson on the lead out from full forward, couldn't hang on to the mark. Richard Pepperell clears for Pioneer, taken on the bounce nicely by Liam McDonald. Then he puts the foot down, gets away, kicks towards Patrick Coleman at centre forward. Coleman had to try and take it on the bounce. Connor Harshenfegger's in there too, putting some pressure on. Ethan Little, the handball back to Patrick Coleman. Coleman through some traffic. Kicks it inside 50. Willie Foster takes on the bounce. Not quite as quick as he once was, but still got the handball away out in front of Coleman. Coleman picks up inside the boundary line and hooks it back towards goal. But the mark's been taken by Henley Driffin for Federal.
Yeah, Driffin switches it across the field. He kicks it to Thompson. Thompson now looking for players. He plays on. Doesn't have much on. He's got to get rid of it. He does. Kicks it out in front of Roberts and Campbell. Oh, good mark there by Roberts. Joey Roberts kicks it towards the middle of the ground. Spots up Connor. No, sorry, that's Germano kicks it to Egger. Egger's at half back, relatively half back, middle half back and middle of the ground. Kicks it long. Looking for Murdoch. Murdoch overruns it. Savalas picks it up cleanly and kicks it to Adams.
Adams has taken the mark, just backward of the centre circle. Short pass from him back to Kane Savalas-Seaton, who gave it to him. He can just casually stroll off. That was pretty easy for Pioneer. Nice pass from Seaton, and Darryl White's got it.
What a kick by Savalas.
He did that pretty easily.
Players running at you, kicking like that. You don't have to do too much.
So Darryl White, he had a shot at goal in the first term from similar distance. 49 metres out towards the Pioneer end, right to the line, and knocked through for a behind.
Ooh, free kick being played there, Stan, to the big man in Smith.
He's quite sizable, isn't he?
He's a big boy. Kicks it to Murdoch. Murdoch, he's got a few players around. Chips it across, goes towards Germano. Germano kicks it out to Egger, who's all by himself. Chips it across. He's looking for his teammate in Doolan. Doolan does well. He's got two to beat though. Gets the handball out. Well done by Bishop for Pioneers. Kicks it in. He's looking for Coleman and finds him.
Had plenty of footy, the young lad from Tennant Creek. Short pass over the top is good to Eric Williams. Williams now goes deep inside 50. Willie Foster, this time he left big Trafford Smith behind. Smith gets there late to apply a tackle and the ball over the line. I think we'll get a boundary throw in. No, free kick.
The free kick.
So big Travis Smith made up a bit of ground there to catch Foster, who had got away from him. Kicks looking for Axton. A couple of Pioneer players up in the marking contest. Wilmot takes it off half back for Feds. Kicks looking for Ainsley Walker. Punched away from behind by Sortino. Crumbs gathered by Sauce, son of Scott. It's Braden Wiley. Kicks towards half forward. Peckham in the road. The handball back to Matt Campbell. Onto the trusty left boot. He drills it low inside 50. Taken on the bounce by Liam McDonald. The handball to Sean Foster. Handball from him to Ethan Little. Little gives it back to Foster. From tight in the pocket, he hooks around the body with the left boot, but it's out of bounds on the full. It was promising, but no score.
Yeah, absolutely. Good build up there. Campbell got it out there, and Foster. Oh, bit of a not a very good kick there by the Federals player defence, but Murdoch cleans it up beautifully. Murdoch chips it across, looking for that player Thompson. Thompson chips it back in the play to Jermaine. Oh, sorry, that's
Harnischfeger.
Yeah. Roberts takes a good mark in front of Mona's Lounge here at Traeger Park. Forbes has given him a good lead. Oh,
well done, Ethan.
Stuff by Little. Good effort there. Those little 1%ers are really, really important.
Coaches say it over and over, work the mark. Players don't often do it, but there's the value.
Yep. And I picked it early, Stan. Ethan Little's been fantastic today. Just doing all the little things, and he'll compete all day. He's a young, fit player.
Very fit. He's always worked hard on his fitness. Joe Roberts in a bit of trouble. Into a couple of tackles. Shaney Mile first, then Savalas-Seaton after that, holding the ball. So Savalas-Seaton will take the free kick, but Shaney Miles can take some credit. He put the initial pressure on. Over the top to Kylan Bishop, 55 out from goal. Kicks to the lead of Willie Foster, all through Foster's hand. Waiting at the back, Wilmot. He had the fumbles as well. Campbell gets onto it. Onto the left boot, 40 out. Shot at goal is offline and through for one behind. And I reckon that's the first score on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard for the term.
How good was that kick to Foster?
Beautiful, just went through his hands.
Yeah. Federals work it out from their half back, take a mark there. Can't pick that player up at the moment, but I think it might be Driffin. Driffin now with the footy. Oh, kicks it back into the middle of the ground. Tarrant Marr's got to work really hard. He's got Wiley there support. Marr gets it back. He's got to get rid of it. Yeah, he chips it over to Roberts. Roberts has got lots of space ahead of him. He's got Walker there if he wants him. Oh, nice kick. Beautiful kick.
He got a long way away from Jackson Cole there. Just caught out on the transition of play.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, it's the old, adage is you got to run both ways.
Yeah, I wonder if there's been a change there too. He's chasing Walker now, and he was on Robert Woods in the first quarter.
Well, this is the danger man at the moment, but you don't want to give Woods an inch. So Walker, offline, goes to the top of the square almost, but Pepperell takes a good mark in defence. Maybe the legs are getting a bit tired there, Stan, for Walker. Anyways, ball goes out to Coleman. Coleman drops it. Ball goes out of bounds. But the build-up was really good. It was nice to see, though. Pioneers had 2 or 3 players back waiting for that ball to go into that forward line.
Almost 14 minutes left in the second term. Federal 2-4-16, Pioneer 1-4-10 on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. Haven't bothered the scoreboard much in this term, just the one behind so far to Pioneer. Here's a chance. Doolan kicks inside, 50 for Federal. Up high, Roberts, big body clash with an opponent there. Little snap in towards goal by Thompson, goes across the face. Oh, Hudson there, spilt the chest mark. Peckham puts pressure on, close to the boundary line. Hudson keeping it in. Now Walker comes in to assist. Hudson picks up. Over to Roberts. Roberts goes towards goal and he puts it through. Man scramble near the goal square and Feds get a goal.
Can just make the mention of Hudson there. Kept his feet, just kept his composure. He's fantastic effort just to stay in the contest. Gave it across to a teammate and Roberts finishes off. I must also say Shane Miles took a heavy knock there near the top of the 50 and
now he's going to go back into the centre square and do the ruck work again and continue the solo effort. That's just making the hard thing harder.
Yeah, it's a big job for the big man.
Taken a while, over 10 minutes played in the second term before we saw the first goal. Federal get it and they extend their lead out to 12 points, 3-4-22 to 1-4-10 on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. And the goal kicker, Joe Roberts, has had a pretty fair first half.
Yeah, absolutely. He's had a lot of run. He's run pretty hard. You see him up at the half-back line and then you'll see him up on the forward line. So, yeah, he's had a good game so far. Ball in the middle. Good play there by Wilmot. Gets it out to his teammate in Thompson. Thompson kicks it forward. He's looking for Woods. Woods tries to take the one-hander. He has been held by Cole.
So I think he still has the job on Woods. He must have been trying to cover 2 players last time.
Yeah. And if he gets going, this young fella...
dangerous.
Woods kicks truly. Straight over the goal umpire's head. Good play there. Good build-up. Good effort from the midfield there. And Wilmot got it out to his runners. And fantastic effort.
Suddenly a little bit of breathing space on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard for Federal. They're 4-4-28, Pioneer 1-4-10. Took 10 minutes for the first goal of the second term, but 2 quick ones. Now the margin out to 18 points.
Yeah, well, that's it. There you got Edgar, Wilmot, and Doolan in the middle with the big man there.
Shaney Miles.
Yep.
Resume against Carlisle.
Carlisle does well. Shaney Miles is in there again, but good play by Coleman. Kicks it up to White. White's off balance, didn't take the mark. Well done there by Murdoch. Gets it out to his player. Campbell's on the hunt though. Campbell gathers, he turns, gives a handball over to Bishop, tries to get it across here. Federal's clean up in defence. Murdoch gets it, kicks it out, looking for Wilmot. Wilmot takes it through, almost takes a good chest mark, but Little doing those 1%ers, gets across and provides a contest.
So the boundary throw in right in front of Bona's Lounge. named after Mona Minahan, who's also got the best and fairest medal for the competition named after her as well, the Minahan medal. Great patron of CAFL football in its very early days. So Patrick Coleman, who's had a terrific game coming down here from Tennant Creek, over the top of the footy. Dawn reefed it out. Wilmot got it. Handball out in front of Henley Driffin. He's under pressure. Albert Bailey tries to bust away with it. Can't now. Driffin does get it and get it onto the boot. Sent it to just forward of the wing. Bouncing ball tapped by Matt Axton is a good one. Over to James Malbunker, who gave it to Axton. Axton the handball in front of Ainsley Walker. Got a shocking bounce. Richard Pepperell comes in, can't take it with him. Shane Miles on hands and knees, taps it back to Pepperell. Pepperell's handball towards Lake. Footy stolen by Axton. Axton arches his back. Gets a kick away. It goes across ground and it'll be gathered by Joe Roberts on the half-forward flank. He'll kick it back to Axton, who marks inside 50. Good effort, Axton. Roberts wanting it back. He's running into space inside 50. Axton spots him and doesn't quite get it there. In late, Jackson Cole. Good spoil. And then the handball away from him over to McMasters, who'll kick to Bishop. He couldn't quite take it on the back flank. Murdoch a chance to gather for Feds. He does on the wing.
Yeah, Murdoch kicks it up to half forward, but it's all Pioneers back there. Can't pick that player up. I think it might be McDonald. Coleman's got it now. Coleman has two bounces on the wing. He's taken his opponents on, gives it across to Bishop. Bishop, no, now he gives it to Coleman. Sorry, that was Plummer earlier on. Kicks it over. He looks for his teammate Ian. Just can't pick it up, Stan. Can't pick that player up at the moment, but he's got it at half forward. He's either got to go long and hope for Foster to come
Pepperell?
out. I think it might be Pepperell. Pepperell kicks it in. Just offline. Not a bad kick from that far out. Well done.
Oh, Shanley Malbunker.
Shanley. My nephew.
He's got to get his kicks closer to the commentary area. So point on the board to Pioneer. It's the second behind of the term. The kick in for Feds. Marked by Braden Wiley. He goes long to the half-back flank. Coming out to meet the footy, Tarrant Marr. Put the chest out there, couldn't hold on to it. Over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Some good opposition from Lachlan Lake.
I'll tell you what, their attack starts on this side of the ground too, Federals. They love playing the grandstand side of Traeger Park.
Boundary throw-in, Sam Lafar in the front position.
Ball up, Lockie Lake gets it. It's under pressure, gets the kick on. Kicks it up, looking for White. White's got one to beat. Oh, he goes to ground. Ethan Little's in there. Good little tough player. Kicks it up. Looking for Pepperell. Oh, sorry, Malbunker. Malbunker goes up. Good play there by Smith. Oh, Bishop's in there as well for Pioneers. He does really well. Gets it out the back to Coleman. Coleman gives it back to Foster. He's got Luke Adams there, the veteran. Luke has a shot from 35 metres out. Nice goal from the little man. He's always been that type of player, though, Stan. Really good skills and calm under pressure. And that just showed what he was about. He had players coming at him, but that's how that's his trademark, Luke Adams.
Much needed goal for Pioneer. I know his auntie will be sitting at home watching this, pretty happy.
Yep.
G'day, Lynette.
He's played for Pioneers and also Rovers.
Premiership for Rovers too.
Yes, yep.
I think he ended up in probably their leadership group, if not captain, vice captain.
Oh, absolutely, and he was last year was the captain of the Red Tails as well.
So they've got the margin back to 11 points on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. Pioneer hanging in against Federal. Benjamin Semlin-Farr to do the ruck work against Shane Miles, and I'll give that contest to Miles down towards Albert Bailey. He's lost it. Knocking it forward, Joseph Egger for Feds. Now Semler-Farr, the ruckman, picks it up. Little kick dribbled forward. Taken by Malbunker. Handball to Thompson. Thompson gets another handball away. Braden Wiley, not Scott. Son of Scott ended up with it. The kick forward's been marked by Liam McDonald on the last line of defence for Pioneer. Short pass over towards Jaden McMasters. It fell short of him. He's under immediate pressure. Good tackle there by Walker. Walker still in the action. Now Cole. He knows over the footy, close to the boundary line for Pioneers, been wrapped up in the tackle. Will get a ball up. The Feds forwards hold it in.
Yeah, there's good effort there. They just chased and locked it in. There's no ruckmans down there, but Walker and Cole will go up for it. Walker taps it to himself, tries to get it back to Woods. Woods has a snap on goal.
Oh, that's the sort of magic.
Kicked it. That's what we were talking about earlier on Stan Woods. He's a dynamite player when he gets going, and that was no exception.
Suddenly, we haven't seen a lot of him, but he's got 2 goals on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 goals, and still got a bit of footy to go.
So Federal able to reply. Pioneer got the last one. Federal get the margin back out to 17 points on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard, 5-4-34 to 2-5-17. Just under 5 minutes to go in the second term.
Yep, the changes for Federals. Roberts comes back on after a couple of minutes break. 2 ruckmen go at it. Shane Miles has been fantastic today. Goes at the back to Coleman. Oh, Luke Adams gets in there, kicks it up to his forwards. Malbunka flies. Nice mark there by Malbunka. He'll probably kick from about 50 metres out. Be interesting. He's got Campbell there if he wants them. There goes Foster. Foster gives a good strong lead out of the middle. Good play there by Little. Little gives it across to Bishop. Bishop tries to give the handball across to Bailey. Bailey there works the ball back to Foster. Good play there by Pioneers. Foster will have an opportunity to kick from about 45 metres out.
He's not a lot closer than where Shanley Mabunka was when it all started with that short pass.
And Foster has his kicking shoes on tonight. He kicked one earlier from a similar distance.
And did the distance comfortably too.
Foster leans back.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful kick.
Oh.
Just playing a bit smarter. They've got to go to their big forwards. They're there for a reason, so you've got to use them.
So, goal for goal now. Pioneer 3-5-23. Get the margin back to 11 points. 5-4-34 for Federal on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. The Fed's just holding sway. It's a bit of an arm wrestle. Pioneer not letting go.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the Luke Adams move when he was on the wing, he's had 2 good assists from that wing.
Been instrumental. Shaney Miles, a couple of goes at that one. Matt Campbell doing some roving. His arm was being held on to. The umpire spotted the free kick. So Campbell, the former North Melbourne player, gets it in the centre of the ground. Traeger Park, the centre of Australian footy. He's passed forward, marked by Sean Foster. Foster with the left boot. Inside 50, looking for Darryl Wright. Front position. DJ White takes a strong mark.
And that's probably the way you've got to kick to him too. Just got to put it up in the air and let him run onto it.
And he's going to go the short pass. Ethan Little on the lead. Takes the mark on the chest, a bit closer to goal. Be kicking from about 45. White was probably going to have to kick it from about 48. Some younger legs.
Yeah, absolutely. No.
He's had a good game, Ethan Little, getting plenty of it around the ground. Now a chance to put his name on the scoreboard. Kick on its way. Just fading a little bit late. Point to Pioneer there, 3-6-24, 10 points behind Feds, 5-4-34, Bachelor Institute scoreboard.
Germano kicks it out. Finds the big man as Smith. Smith gets called to play on. Kicks to half back for the Demons. Foster's in there. Good play there by Wiley. Wiley and Coleman. It's a battle. Good work there by Wiley. He's got a couple to beat though. Well done by Coleman. Coleman's got him for holding the ball. But Wiley had to go against 3 to 4 Pioneer players then. Kicks it across to the middle of the ground. He's got JJ McMasters. McMasters goes long. He's looking for Malbunka. Malbunka flies against his old team in Demons. He's doing a bit of a dance. JJ McMasters follows up. Oh, just slightly was looking for Campbell, but the ball was offline. A good play by Federals, and I think that's Wilmot.
James Taylor.
James Taylor.
Gets it over to Connor Hardname. Connor Harshenferger. He's handball out into the back pocket to Joe Roberts on hands and knees. Darryl White taps it forward. Sean Foster picks up that now for Pioneer. A little bit of a mini torpedo off the left boot. Ball in a dangerous spot here as far as the Feds defence is concerned. First a handball, then a quick kick under pressure. Ends up with Matt Axton, who marks it just outside the defensive 50. Kick came off the boot of James Taylor, who has been on song back there. Long kick from Axton towards the wing. Footy punched away from the Federal player in the front position. Eventually, little handball to Joe Roberts. Roberts under the pump, high kick back towards the wing. The whistle went. Free kick paid upfield, I think.
Yeah, I think Peckham's just given Roberts a bump there, and Pineys are playing really well at the moment. You sort of don't want to give any undisciplined free kicks away. Savalas from half back kicks it to White. White takes a good mark in the end under a lot of pressure. No 50 for that though. White will have to go back, kick from half forward. There's the siren for half time.
Crowd getting pretty vocal at the main break.
Has a torpy. Ball
the
goes
bounce
at the
still.
back.
Got within a couple of metres of goal in the end there, Darryl White.
There's a bit going on.
Yep, well, expect it to be pretty tense. It's a knockout semi-final.
Yep.
First final in the Premier League competition this year, and pretty tight at half-time. Feds on top, but not by a lot. Plenty of feeling in it at the main break. Federal leading 5-4-34 to Pioneer 3-6-24. Exciting first half. You've seen it on ICTV. Second half coming up soon. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting
What for?
for big water leak. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water is more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen, you can hear the sound. Go and hunt for leak and save the precious water in your community. We finally get you to the leak. Either we can turn it off or go and find the right person if it's bad.
I love going hunting for bush tucker. I back and hunt for links too.
And you can do it too and save the precious water for your community.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
On territory roads, anything can happen, so you need to drive real careful. Dirt roads can be dusty, making it hard to see. Or they can be slippery and you can lose control. When you're not driving on dirt, slow down, will ya? Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
What a mark. Thanks, Maisie. Milford knows it's important to have strong eyes to see the ball.
How do you keep your eyes so strong?
You get strong, healthy eyes by blowing your nose and washing your face whenever it's dirty.
True.
Yeah, it makes you look really sharp and it stops trachoma.
Wait, what's trachoma?
Trachoma makes your eyes sick. It's caused by germs and the muck in your eyes and snot in your nose.
So it's easy to stop trachoma. I just have to keep my face clean.
That's right.
So remember, clean faces, strong eyes.
ICTV. Doing our way. Our way. Our way. Doing our way.
Many remote communities are running low on water. Water is precious in our community.
Hey, what are you doing? Just filled up the dog bowl. What are you doing?
I'm going shopping.
Oh, cool. I'll come with you.
Hey, you left the water running. The water's going everywhere, doing nothing. That's a waste. It's all drying up. You need to remember to turn off the outside taps. What can I do to help protect the water? Yep, never walk away from a flowing tap. Always turn it off.
Hey, is that Milpa, the trachoma goanna?
Yeah, it is.
Milpa is back checking that we are still cleaning our faces so we have strong eyes.
If we have sharp vision, then we can pass the ball properly and kick great goals in footy.
That's why cleaning your faces whenever it's dirty is important.
We can also help little kids blow their noses and wash their faces to stop trachoma germs spreading.
That's right, we have to look out for each other, just like we do on the football field.
So remember kids, clean faces, strong eyes.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Telecast of this game is proudly supported by Bachelor Institute. Enrolments for all courses in 2020 are opening soon. Bachelor Institute, supporting your football and your education.
You're watching ICTV's coverage of local football in Central Australia. It's half-time, the half-time wrap brought to you by Bachelor Institute in the 2019 Premier League knockout semi-final. Federal 5-4-34, 10-point leaders over Pioneer at the main break, 3-6-24 to the Eagles. My name's Dan Coombe, joining me in commentary, Sean Cusack. I think the scoreboard may be a fair reflection of what we've seen. Feds looking just a little bit more polished when they move the ball into attack, and Pioneer a bit slow as they head towards the attacking 50.
Yeah, that's it. They're very good at being calm under pressure. It's obviously they've been drilled into it, Federals, and that's probably, you know, with their side being consistent all year, they're able to work on those things in actual game day. So when they do come from half back and they are under pressure in their back line, they're able to work it out really well. Pioneers, on the other hand, Pioneers have been they've kicked a couple of goals there in that last 5 minutes, and they've come back. They're only 10 points out at this stage, and they could do anything. They've got a lot of powerful runners, and they've got some really good players on their side. So, yeah.
These teams are fighting for survival and also fighting for the right to maybe meet the team you can see on your screen at the moment. South out there warming up for their game later on. They've got the double chance semi coming up against Rovers, top of the table this year. South through the minor round. We'll have a look at the goal kickers in this game up to the main break, and for Feds, 2 to Robert Woods, 1 each to Joe Roberts, Ainsley Walker, and we're not sure. I think Alex Thompson, but could be James Taylor too, the other goal kicker there for Feds, in a bit of a scramble in front of the goal square. For Pioneer, 2 to Willie Foster and 1 to Luke Adams. I reckon those goal kickers tell us a little bit of a tale. Robert Woods, very dangerous up forward. He didn't see much of it, but when he did, a goal on the board, and Ainsley Walker's given him plenty as well.
That's the thing. I think Robert Woods probably only had 3 kicks for the whole half, but 2 of those kicks are goals. Ainsley Walker, brilliant up at half. He's been the one who's led up and doing a lot of the hard grunt work.
And 2 goals for Willie Foster, him and Darryl White, the marking targets in attack for Pioneer. So that score again at the main break, Federal 5-4-34, Pioneer 3-6-24. That's the Bachelor Institute scoreboard at half-time. Stay with us, the second half should be a beauty. You'll only see it on ICTV.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting
What for?
for big orally. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water is more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen, you can hear the sound. Go and hunt for leak and save the precious water in your community. We finally get to do the leak. Either we can turn it off or go and find the right person if it's bad.
I love going hunting for bush tucker. Maybe I can hunt for lynx too.
And you can do it too and save the precious water for your community.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
On territory roads, anything can happen, so you need to drive real careful. Dirt roads can be dusty, making it hard to see. Or they can be slippery and you can lose control. When you're mob driving on dirt, slow down, will ya? Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
What a mark. Thanks, Maisie. Milford knows it's important to have strong eyes to see the ball.
How do you keep your eyes so strong?
You get strong, healthy eyes by blowing your nose and washing your face whenever it's dirty.
True.
Yeah, it makes you look really sharp and it stops trachoma.
Wait, what's trachoma?
Trachoma makes your eyes sick. It's caused by germs and the muck in your eyes and snot in your nose.
So it's easy to stop trachoma. I just have to keep my face clean.
That's right.
So remember, clean faces, strong eyes.
ICTV. Doing highway. 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 Doing highway.
Many remote communities are running low on water. Water is precious in our community.
Hey, what are you doing? Just filled up the dog bowl. What are you doing?
I'm going shopping.
Oh, cool. I'll come with you.
Hey, you left the water running. The water's going everywhere, doing nothing. That's a waste. It's all drying up. You need to remember to turn off the outside taps. What can I do to help protect the water? Yep, never walk away from a flowing tap. Always turn it off.
Hey, is that Milpa, the trachoma goanna?
Yeah, it is.
Milpa is back checking that we are still cleaning our faces so we have strong eyes.
If we have sharp vision, then we can pass the ball properly and kick great goals in footy.
That's why cleaning your faces whenever it's dirty is important.
We can also help little kids blow their noses and wash their faces to stop trachoma germs spreading.
That's right, we have to look out for each other, just like we do on the football field.
So remember kids, clean faces, strong eyes.
Batchelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Batchelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Telecast of this game is proudly supported by Batchelor Institute. Enrolments for all courses in 2020 are opening soon. Batchelor Institute, supporting your football and your education.
And welcome back to ICTV's coverage of the 2019 AFL Central Australia season. It's Premier League semi-finals time. It's brought to you by Batchelor Institute. Not much in it at the main break in the knockout semi-final. Federal 5-4-34. Lead Pioneer 3-6-24. That margin 10 points after Federal led by 7 points at quarter time. So they only increased the margin by 3 points in that second term, and Pioneer getting a couple of goals to answer whenever Feds did get them.
Yeah, that's it. They're well in this game. I think it's a matter of who takes a bit of risk as well. There's always a risk involved with finals, and I think for my mind, like Ethan Little's been really good, and he's been really consistent over the first half. For Federals, it's been Wilmont, who's had a lot of hand on the footy in the midfield, and been working really hard in defence. So I think we're in for something here. I think maybe there might be a couple of players who might pipe up now and go realise the situation and go, okay, it's time to get going.
A couple of other players catch my eye. Firstly, we'll go for Pioneer. Kylan Bishop had a bit of the footy. Matt Campbell has been steady in showing his experience and got enough of the footy, and his disposal always very good. Patrick Coleman and Bronson Plummer, the fellas from Tennant Creek. Patrick Coleman had a quarter and a half.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I've seen Plummer, would have been mid-season for Pioneers, and I just thought, who's this bloke? Because he can just run, he's fit, and he runs all day. But watching Coleman tonight too, he's sort of like the doppelganger of Plummer, they're just hard runners from that half-back line.
For Feds, Joe Roberts had a lot of footy, and Matt Axton, another whose game you'd have to like. He's always hard-charging, straight line at the footy.
Well, that's been a change too. Matt Axton's been playing deep in defence for Federals, so tonight he's up at half-forward, and it's worked because he's just worked really hard to lead up and present, which is really good.
Another bloke who's probably not racked up stats, but worthy of a mention because he's doing the ruck work on his own for Pioneer, Shaney Miles, and look, you'd have to say he's at least broken even with Carlisle and Semler Farr, the ruck combination for Feds.
Yeah, look, big Shaney Miles, he's just been fantastic tonight, and like I said, I've played in the ruck stand, and when you're doing it by yourself, it's a tough gig. And like you said, I reckon, definitely he's 50-50 with the other two ruckmen.
Just wondering too, big Travis Smith, late inclusion for Federal down in the back line. Could be another one you could throw into the ruck with that height. I'd be interested to see how he goes in there.
Definitely, and the games that I've seen Smith play, he's actually played up forward. But I think realising that Pioneers have got a few tools in their forward line, with White and Foster, it's a good move by Davey Thomas to actually put another big man back.
Well, everything to play for in the second half for the loser. It's the end of the 2019 season for the winner. A chance to get closer to a grand final berth via next weekend's preliminary final. You're watching AFL Central Australia Premier League football on ICTV. The umpire holds the ball above his head. I think it's Gavin McCargill out there to get proceedings underway, and it's Carlisle versus Shaney Miles in that ruck contest. And again, it's even. Neither of them got a hand on it, and Shaney Miles might settle for that, although Carlisle ends up getting the centre clearance kick. Bounce inside 50. Hudson fed the handball back to Axton. Axton the kick over the top, looking for Walker. Cole got there late to effect the spoil. Walker will get to the footy first, just inside the boundary line. He's got a couple to try and beat, and in fact, it might have gone over the line, and I think we'll get a boundary throw in about 50 out from goal.
How good was Cole there? Like, he's got his own play. He's got Woods, one of the most dangerous players, and then he has to go and cover Walker, Good effort there by Cole.
Not the first time he's done it in the game either. Bishop tried to bust away, couldn't. Campbell got a little boot on the footy, but didn't gain much ground for Pioneer either. Egger picks it up. Ball knocked out of his hands as he handballed it. Roberts taken high. Maybe the umpire thought he ducked into it. We'll get a ball up about 60 out from goal.
Yeah, it's a good tight contest so far. Rucks will go at it again. Ball goes up, ball goes around. Axton there wins the ruck, gets the handball. He's trying to get the handball out. Chases up his good work. He's still running. He's done a power of running. Gets the ball to the top of the square. Hudson or Ainsley almost takes a grab. Now we got Mick Masters, kicks it out to Pepperell. Pepperell's got a bit of work to do. He's got Savalas there. Savalas, beautiful kick up to Foster. Foster's just got to take it in the hands. He does really well there. There's a big strong lead coming out of half forward for Pioneers. Just goes over the back of the pack. Now we've got Germano, kicks it across, goes towards Murdoch. Murdoch gives a nice handball out to, I think that's Thompson. Beautiful work there. Heinrich, sorry. Now it's Wilmot. He's got the ball in front of the grandstand here at Traeger Park.
So the Demons from a half back. Short pass out wide to Alex Thompson. He's been handy. Another short pass again. Further to the true wing now to Craig Doolan. Doolan will go short once more. Back to Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson.
Slow build up here. He's been playing on a wing. He's just been steady, Thompson.
Yep.
Now he'll go long. Shaney Miles parks himself in the front position. Hudson came from behind. Roberts can't keep it in over the boundary line. And a boundary throw in about 52 metres out from the Federal goal.
And it's good work by Big Shane Miles. He put himself in a spot there where blokes were coming behind him, so it's always hard to back into a contest. Ruckmans go at it. Miles and Axton. Axton chucks it forward this time. Ball goes towards Forbes. Good play there for Savalas, but the ball runs out of bounds. Maybe another ball up. You got Miles and Axton. Axton's probably given a foot to Miles here. Miles and Axton go after it. Axton takes the grab, tries to get the ball, kicks it inside 50. Ball goes around Doolan, picks it up on the 50, kicks it in now. Peckham drops the footy. This could be dangerous. Eggers there. Oh, good work there by Peckham. Peckham kicks it out to Adams.
Lukey Adams marks just inside the defensive 50. They're running for him on the far side. Kick out in front of Plummer and Sortino. Plummer showing some real dash. Oh, is he held? Looks like the umpire's going to let that one go. A little toe poke gets the ball moving forward for Feds. Now Adams again. The handball back to Sortino. And eventually they do work it out. Pioneer. Plummer ends up on the handball that came from Sortino. Oh, he took him on. Had a bounce tackle. That'll be holding the ball. The big ruckman, Carlisle, gets it, sends it back towards centre wing. James Taylor with the footy now for Feds, and he's passed to Roberts on the half-forward flank. I thought Pioneer were away.
I didn't think Carlisle would get him, but he did, and the ruckman chasing the speedster there. The Federals go forward, inside 50. Cole, beautiful punch. Axton's in there. Good work there by Cole. Oh, I didn't think there was much into that. He just put body pressure on Axon. Axon will now take the footy. Kicks it into the 50. Well done by Foster there.
Starting to make his mark on the game too, Foster, although not his best kick. Geez, Valentin made it look good.
Yeah, he did well then.
Got into the front of the pack, took the mark now. I thought
on.
the mark was paid, so that'd have to be a free kick paid if he's allowed to play on from where he played on.
Yep,
take the advantage like that. Darryl White's got it now, 55 out from the Pioneer goal. He goes long towards the vacant goal square, trying to bounce it through. Darryl White it certainly got a bounce. It went wide of goal over the boundary line. That'll probably do a boundary throw in deep in attack.
Yeah, that's it. As long as it's deep in their forward line, they've got an opportunity to score. So, you know, it's up to them now to really work it out and see if they can kick themselves a goal.
Play on call there was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
fair way forward of the mark.
Yeah. Two ruckmen go at it. White and Carlisle. Carlisle wins it out, gets it across to Murdoch. Murdoch kicks it to his teammate Thompson. Thompson chips it over to Roberts. Roberts runs so good play by McDonald. McDonald provides a shepherd there. Foster now running to the 50. Has a shot on goal. Pepperell flies. Almost. Great kick there by Foster.
Was. The Feds credit their defence. Had a couple getting back. Big Smith. Oh, it's an ordinary kick in though. Straight to Jaden McMasters. He can go back and line up for goal. With a chance to get within one straight kick for the first time for a while here.
I think.
Or is it Eric Williams?
I think it's Williams. Yeah, it is Williams.
Well, that's not bad if you're a Pioneer supporter either. He knows how to kick a goal.
He can kick a goal, yeah. The distance won't bother him.
Renowned over the years for bobbing up with a few.
Goes back.
He doesn't let the commentators down, Eric Williams. Put it through for a handy one to Pioneer. The first goal on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard in the second half, and now they're within 4 points.
Yeah, and it was just a mistake from the kick out, and they hit Williams on the chest, and William goes back and slots it through.
Now probably looking to do string two goals together. And that will give them a little bit of momentum. Will also give them the lead if they can do it. 5-5-35 Federal, Pioneer 4-7-31 with the first goal of the second half.
And I reckon that'll be the message from the coaches. You know, it's so important that you back it up. You know, you go again.
Better mention the coaches too while we're at it. Richard Foster for Pioneer and Dave Thomas for Federal.
Yep.
Some handy assistants for Foster too. Roy Arvin and Lance White.
Ball goes up in the middle of the ground. Bishop gets it. Good play there by Thompson, but well done by Bishop just to hang in there. Here goes Little. He charges at the footy. Good tackle there by Egger though. Oh,
good tackling both sides.
tough work there by both teams.
That's what we wanted, a close one.
That's it. We've got it. 4-point game.
Tight contest out there too.
Ball goes up. Two ruckmen are at it again. Oh, well done there by, I think that's Francis. I can't pick the player, but Bishop kicks it up from half forward. Kicks it to Pepperell. Pepperell's one-on-one with his player. Pepperell goes again, but he gathers, no, that's Mel Bunker, sorry, gathers his feet. Gives it to Foster. Foster kicks it to White. Beautiful work. Mel Bunker to Foster to White. Well done.
And the former three-time AFL Premiership player can put Pioneer in front with this kick, and you wouldn't, well, you'd be backing him from this distance.
Probably his kicking distance.
There it is, Darryl White puts a goal on the board for Pioneer, and they take the lead in the knockout semi-final, 5-7-37 to Federal, 5-5-35, and momentum has shifted now.
Yeah, absolutely. That was young Francis Bruce too, who did really well at half forward to get that ball to Mel Bunker. Dangerous signs here. There's back-to-back goals. We spoke about that earlier on. Dangerous signs for Federal, so we'll see if they can bounce back.
Certainly turned it around, 10-point deficit at half-time, the Eagles, now 2 points in front. Shady Miles at it again, this time against Semler Farr, and Miles right on top there, tapped it down to the run of Kylan Bishop. Nice entry inside 50, free kick paid upfield for a push.
Yeah, Bishop, fantastic.
Oh, Darryl White on that awkward distance for himself.
Yeah, he might struggle with this one.
He has to have a go at it. Chance for back-to-back goals here for Darryl White.
Deliberate approach. Gets onto that one. Nothing wrong with that one. Kicks it through. Great work there by Miles, Bishop, just to give their forwards another opportunity.
Well, the momentum has well and truly swung, and Federal now under pressure after holding that 1-2 goal buffer throughout the first half. The first 3 goals of the second half go to Pioneer, and they move on to 6-7-43. 8-point leaders over Federal, 5-5-35. Bachelor Institute scoreboard.
Yeah.
Now we see what Feds are made of.
That's it. And this is the first time they've played night footy all year too. And this is a crunch final game, so both ruckmen go at it. Semlafar wins that one, gets it down to Wilmot. There's Bishop again, fights it, but well done by Doolan. Gets the ball down to his forwards. Now the forwards have got to work at it. Walker, Big Peckham there picks the footy up. McMasters, Gathers kicks it towards Savalas, but the ball goes out of bounds in the forward.
Again, not bad movement of the footy forward though by Pioneer. Certainly on top in this third term. So Benjamin Semlafar, a bit of a floater inside 50. Oh, Walker had good piece of it. Tapped out of his hands at the last moment. Down they go, and we should get a ball up just outside the attacking 50 for Pioneer.
Feds seem to be a bit off the pace at the moment. There's something not quite clicking for the team.
So Semlafar comes in late to do the ruck work against Shaney Miles, and Miles is starting to get his hands on the footy a bit. Wilmot couldn't get a kick forward. Roberts gathers, hooks around the body, gets it back inside 50, waiting for it. Richard Pepperell there for the Eagles, just got his kick away in time towards centre half back, and he finds Eric Williams, who marks on the chest and plays on. Not sure if that kick went where he intended it to, but he found a teammate, Kylan Bishop. Bishop goes looking for Albert Bailey. Nice half volley pickup. Gets the kick out in front of Patrick Coleman, who gathered it on the bounce. Now he passes out wide to Lachlan Lake. Nice passage of play here from the Eagles. Oh, some space in the centre square. Big Sortino it is, has taken the mark on the chest. He'll kick wider to Francis Bruce, who's marked at about 60 out now from the Eagles' goal. Some pinpoint passing.
They're up and about.
Pass out into the forward pocket. They're looking for Darryl White, who led him under the footy. He was the first to get back towards it, but it beat him over the boundary line. We got a boundary throw in right next to the behind post.
Yeah, and if there's one thing you know about Pioneers, if they start running, you're in for it because Federals haven't really been really defensive. Ball goes up. White and Carlisle. Carlisle wins the free kick this time. Here goes Roberts. Roberts kicks it out wide. He's looking for Walker. Walker's got one to beat. Good play there by the Pioneers defence. Now we've got Little. Ball goes out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in on the gap side wing here at Traeger Park. Good play there by the Pioneers defence. I think that's big man out there. I think it's Sortino.
He's been handy, hasn't he?
Yep. Just been able to man up on the bigger opponents. Federals win it out of the ruck, but the ball goes forward for Pioneers. Bishop will watch the ball roll out of bounds.
Just seems like there's a lot of little wins for Pioneer at the moment. Even then, Little with the soccer forward, gain them another 30, 40 metres. It's in a dangerous spot now.
Exactly. You just keep working the ball forward and then you take your opportunities. Yeah, they just seem to be playing smarter at the moment, Pioneers.
Darryl White's nominated himself for this boundary throw-in and directed Shaney Miles to sit a kick behind play on the wing. Pretty even contest. Patrick Coleman picks up, tries to duck through the tackle. The umpire's called it high.
Yeah, that's it. If you're first to the footy, you get the chances.
We'll play on just centering up to Eric Williams, who's starting to get a bit of footy himself in this third term. Too far out to score, passes into the forward pocket that was read by Murdoch. Might have been able to mark that. He went the big fist towards the boundary line. Thompson picks up. Little left-footed kick around the corner is good to Connor Harnischfager. Connor hard name, had it on centre wing, put it in front of Wilmot. Wilmot goes to ground. Jaden McMasters picks up the footy, just got the handball away as Wilmot applied the tackle. Harnischfager in there again, got it out to Murdoch. Murdoch kicks it out wide, ball taken by Isaiah Forbes just inside the boundary line. Handball back to Harnischfager. Fager kicks inside 50, Bronson Plummer back there. Couldn't hold on to the mark. Shepherd's out Doolan, so Jackson Cole can pick up the footy and he'll pass out to Patrick Coleman, who marks on the back flank. He's having a cracker.
Coleman kicks it across to Lake. Lake takes a good mark. Oh, he's played on. Turns, pumps it long, looking for someone up forward. He's got Little there, Little. Just put his hand out, knocks the ball out of bounds in front of the McAdam Grandstand here at Traeger Park. Ball will be tossed in. We got Foster and Roberts. They'll go up for the ruck. Good punch there by Foster. Gets it to Bruce. Bruce gets it back to Foster. Foster pumps it long. He's looking for Malbunker. Malbunker flies. Good effort there by the Demons just to knock it out of bounds.
A few players starting to have a little bit of influence here for Pioneer. Sean Foster getting himself into the game, not just with possessions, but doing some relief ruck work at boundary throw-ins, which will help Shaney Miles out no end.
Absolutely. He's got the height. He's got a good spring on him as well.
And this is the other bloke having some influence, Ethan Little. This time he's handball forward under a little bit of pressure. Kylan Bishop gets it. Taken to ground. Ball spills out to Joe Roberts. Shrugs off one tackle. Does get a kick away back towards the wing. Ainsley Walker front spot. Big fist on it by Henry Peckham. Egger read it. The handball back in front of Walker. Good shepherd by Axton. Gave Walker a little bit of time. Pressure from Plummer is excellent. And the kick goes out of bounds on the full. But well done, Bronson Plummer. Sortino to take the free kick.
Fantastic effort there by Plummer. Walker probably should have just kicked it down the line. Sortino kicks the ball long. He's looking for Foster, but Murdoch sits back and takes an easy grab. Walker is giving him an option. Axton's giving a bit of a lead. Murdoch drives the ball long. He's looking for Hudson. Waylon Hudson flies. Axton. Ball beats him, goes out of bounds.
Sortino in with a big fist again. His defensive efforts across half-back starting to have some impact.
He's just been really disciplined, you know. Doesn't try to take the mark from behind. He just punches and does all those little things.
Carlisle in the front position, Miles behind. Pretty hard to pick a winner there. Roberts picks it up, another possession for him. A lot of them have been like that, under pressure around the body. The kick towards the attacking 50, marked by Henry Peckham. What a famous name in Central Australian footy that is. Yep. One of the all-time greats from the early days, Henry Twinkletoes Peckham, grandfather for this Henry Peckham. He goes across ground to Richard Pepperell, who marks on the chest, kicks towards centre half back over the head of Matt Campbell. Wilmot onto the football. Oh, somehow managed to get boot the ball. Axton will try and pick up just inside 50. Campbell tackles. Axton the handball to Walker. Walker onto the left boot in towards goal. Feds need it, but it's a point.
Wow.
5-6-36 Federal, Pioneer 6-7-43. The margin 7 points on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard.
Yeah, really good effort there by Federals just to keep it alive. Good defensive work though by Pioneers. Cole has a bounce, kicks it long. He's looking for Sortino. Sortino doesn't let him down. He goes across the field. I tell you what, that cross kickers work for Pioneers. Good stuff there by Pepperell. Just that short passing back to Williams. Williams has got some short options there if he wants them. He can go back across if he likes. Oh, good kick. Kicks it to Savalas. Savalas takes it near the wing. Ooh. Yep, they're going to switch it across. This is work for Pioneers. It opens up the ground. You've got Cole in the middle, which they go for. Cole, what's he going to do with this? He goes long. He's looking for the big man. Oh, White grabs his opponent in front. Good play there by Smith. That's a good duel. That's an interesting duel happening there, Stan.
It is a great matchup. Smith out into the pocket to Murdoch. It's been one of Fed's best out of the back line today. If they stay behind, they might want to throw him into the middle. So the kick out now to the defensive 50. Carlisle with the footy goes long towards the wing. Wilmot in the front position takes a strong mark in the hands. In fact, it's Joe Roberts. He comes back in board to the big ruckman, Benjamin Semler-Farr. A little bit undecided about where to go. Just pokes at it in the end and got it forward to centre. We ended up finding a teammate.
Yeah, they've just slowed it down a bit, haven't they, Stan?
And Pioneer too have been moving the ball, and that's Thompson with it now for Feds out on the wing. Pioneer have been moving it slow and deliberate with the short passes, and I thought it was just slow movement and stuff, but they're starting to frustrate Federal. They're doing a lot of jumper chasing.
It is, and when you're chasing jumpers, geez, you don't want to be doing that all day. Wiley Wiley gets the ball on the 50, kicks it in. He's looking for his teammate there. Forbes has got the spill at the back. Good play by Pioneers. Oh, it spills to the back of the front again. Beckham there gets the ball out, kicks it out. Still not out of danger. Wiley flies for it though. Ball goes to ground. Doolan's in. He's not sure what to do. Gives it back to Wiley. Doolan's still fighting for it. The ball in front of the scoreboard here at Traeger Park. The umpire will have to go in and ball it up. Well done by both teams.
Yeah, good pressure by the Pioneer defence. They just couldn't get a clean handball out of the tight confines there, Feds. Couldn't get it to anyone that had time to slam it on the boot. So ball up about 30 metres out from their goal, right in front of the scoreboard. Clever tap back. Savala Seaton kicks it outside the defensive 50. But the mark has been taken for Feds, and they'll go back inside 50, but not with an accurate kick. On the burst, Jackson Cole took the mark, had a couple of bounces, some shepherding from Patrick Coleman. Now a third bounce, then a fourth bounce. 5 bounces now for Jackson Cole. He goes long and inside 50. Shanley Malbunker underneath it. Couldn't hold on to the mark. Now it's a one-on-one battle at ground level, and well done there by the Feds defender. Eventually the ball comes out towards Murdoch. Also involved in there was Germano. And big Travis Smith eventually gets the clearing kick out towards the wing. It looked like a certain goal coming up for Pioneer, but Fed's defence equal to the challenge. Pioneer come again through Foster. The handball to Campbell. Sold him into a bit of trouble. Thompson goes through, then went to ground. Little goes in after the footy for Pioneer. And eventually a strong tackle by Sortino. The umpire's going to blow the whistle for a ball upset wing grandstand side. The pressure's on.
Yeah, well done there by Federals first, and then Pioneers just to hold them up here on the wing. Good effort there by Foster. Cole's coming off though. This could be dangerous for Pioneers because Cole's been fantastic on Revere Woods. So we'll see what happens here over the next few minutes. They need to get Cole back on. He's been best on ground.
Timely interchange. Francis Bruce came straight on and it hit him on the chest.
Yeah, Bruce. A bit of a shocking kick there by Bruce. Good work there by Wiley. Goes towards Kane Savalas on the wing here at Traeger Park. Savalas gives it back to McMasters. McMasters gives it back to the big man in Sortano. Sortano kicks it, but Murdoch cleans up for Federals.
Tight footy here at Traeger Park. Murdoch's kick towards Walker. Lachlan Lake came in hard from behind. The crumb spill to Luke Adams. Nice pass from him to Darryl White, who's marked in between centre and centre half forward. White slowing things down. Player running loose out on that Gap Road side wing. McMasters it is. Takes a mark. Chips over the top to Colin Bishop, who's marked 55 out from goal.
It's good coaching by Pioneers.
A little bit too far out to score here, Bishop. He went for the centering pass. Big Travis Smith read it well, but in a bit of a fumble as he went for the mark. The ball spilt down to Joey Egger. Little handball there. Harnischfeger gets it on the back flank for the Demons and goes long to Hudson, who marks on the half-forward flank. Yeah. Here's a promising move forward by Feds.
Now, this is what I was talking about. Cole's been fantastic. This is a very important kick by Wilmot. Wilmot now, he's got to go to Woods. Woods leads, and that's the difference. Oh, almost takes the mark. Ball goes out the back. Good play by Little. Not sure what the umpire's going to do there. He's going to ball it up, I think.
Yeah, probably no prior opportunity. It was a good tackle.
Well done by Little just to get back there and help. If the kick was on, Woods might have been in.
7-point lead to Pioneer. At least Feds have held them over the last 5 minutes.
Absolutely. The great work there by Pioneers just to hold them up. Big Milesy flies high again in the ruck contest, gives it to Bishop. Bishop's been very good this game as well. Been a hard worker all day. But Federals now get it at half forward. They pump the ball long. Forbes flies. Ball goes to ground. He backs it up himself. Goes hard. Good work there by Pioneers just to hold them out.
Yeah, a little bit more going on at the three-quarter time siren. Just stay with it on ICTV. A little bit of push and shove, and looks like we've got a Pioneer player down too.
I think that was after the fly by Forbes. He went up, and the Pioneer player got caught underneath.
I don't think it's too bad. The player in question up from hands and knees now and walking at least. So three-quarter time, and Pioneer have taken the lead. 6-7-43 to Federal, 5-6-36 on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. They came from 10 points behind at half-time, did Pioneer. Now lead it by 7. Should be a very, very exciting final term coming up. You'll only see it on ICTV. Stay with us, more to come.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting
What for?
for big water leak. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water is more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen, you can hear the sound. Go and hunt for leak and save the precious water in your community. We finally get you to the leak. Either we can turn it off or go and find the right person if it's bad.
I love going hunting for bush tucker. I back and hunt for links too.
And you can do it too and save the precious water for your community.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
On territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
Your eyes are really, really important. They help you see your friends, football, and your family. Trachoma is a disease that can really hurt your eyes, and you can even go blind. Lucky, it's easy to stop by keeping your face clean, blowing your nose, and washing your hands. You keep your eyes healthy and strong. And remember,
If your face is dirty, wash it.
clean faces, strong eyes.
Many remote communities are running low on water. Water is precious in our community.
Hey, what are you doing? Just filled up the dog bowl. What are you doing?
I'm going shopping.
Oh, cool. I'll come with you.
Hey, you left the water running. The water's going everywhere, doing nothing. That's a waste. It's all drying up. You need to remember to turn off the outside taps. What can I do to help protect the water? Yep, never walk away from a flowing tap. Always turn it off.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
ICTV, showing our way.
Telecast of this game is proudly supported by Bachelor Institute. Enrolment for all courses in 2020 are opening soon. Bachelor Institute, supporting your football and your education.
And welcome back to ICTV's coverage of local footy in Central Australia. It's do or die now for Pioneer and Federal. Almost ready for a start to the final term of the knockout semi-final. Brought to you by Bachelor Institute. The Eagles lead by 7 points at the final break. It's the first time they've led at one of the breaks. Federal held the lead throughout the first half, and they're up by 10 at the main break.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, eh? They've come good, Pioneers, and they had a really good quarter. Their game style and the way they're playing has been fantastic. They're actually making Federals pick them up. They're not just blazing away with the footy. They're using the switch. They're going across field, and they're opening the ground up. That's the best way to play Traeger Park, Stan. You open up this ground and you use your runners, you'll get that ball down to your forward targets all the time.
In that term, the Eagles kicked 3-1 and restricted Federal to 2 behind. Again, Shaney Miles in the ruck. He's done it on his own all evening. Up against a combination of Carlisle and Semler Farr for Federal. This time it's Carlisle to go against him. You'll certainly know he's played a game of footy at the end of this one, Shaney Miles.
Yeah, absolutely.
There were some signs in the third term too. He got up high a couple of times and got his hands on the footy. This time though, Carlisle wins it down. He might even receive the handball. Just a fumble at the critical moment. Luke Adams gets the footy, sends it back towards half forward for the Eagles, waiting underneath it with the chest mark. Sean Foster had a very good third term. Darryl White on the lead. That's ignored. Goes into the corridor instead. Oh, gee, up high Francis. Bruce got hands on it. Quick kick out of defence by Timothy Germano for Feds has gone straight back to Foster and he pumps it back inside 50 again. The pack gathers underneath it. Crumbs spill down towards Murdoch, who gathers just inside the boundary line now for the Demons. Nice pass from him. And Alex Thompson takes the mark on the back flank. Two of their better players combining there, Murdoch and Thompson. The kick towards the wing. Good punch away from behind by Bronson Plummer. And Plummer taps it over the line.
How good has he been all day? He's been fantastic.
He and his brother, Patrick Coleman, right amongst everything.
Absolutely.
Tennant Creek, let's bring him into the CAFL.
They've just been consistent. Yeah, you're right, Stan. Ball goes to ground. Egger, well done, gets the ball on. Here's Plummer. Murdoch in there as well for Federals. Plummer and Murdoch, they're fighting it out. Umpire will come in and ball it up. But that's not a bad, it'd be nice to get the Tennant Creek in the CAFL.
Plenty of them down here playing, a few in this game, and there'll be a couple in the later game too. Troyston Corbett and Nathan Dixon for Rovers, and South have had a couple this year as well. Here goes Wiley, forward for the Demons, inside 50. Walker's taken the mark. He can go back and line up for goal from 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. He's going to go for the pass off the Malbunker. It's been read by Plummer and stolen. Plucked away from him at the last second, and Plummer will clear out of defence. They got a couple loose at half back. Matt Campbell marks on the chest.
Yeah, I think if Ainsley Walker had that time again, he'd go back and have a shot. Anyways, Pioneers have got the footy. Ball goes out the back to a Federals defender. Roberts now. Oh, no, sorry, that's Wilmot. Gives it to Murdoch. Murdoch, beautiful kick across his body. Eggers on the wing by himself, so he's got a bit of time. He's got Doolan leading out strong for him. Doolan's got one to beat. Good play there by Pepperell. Just gets a hand on it. Doolan follows up his good work as well. Now Federals away. Heinrich gets it across. Back to Forbes, I think that in, or is it Malbunker? Anyways, the ball goes back to Federals. Federals win the footy. They're fighting hard. Sontano for Pioneers will take it out of bounds.
So the footy 50 metres out from Federal's goal. They're the team that need to go with a little more urgency at the moment. They're 7 points behind. Pioneer kicked 3 goals to none in that third term. Boundary throw in. Sortino doing some ruck work. Might have got hands on that too. Eventually the handball comes out to Plummer. Plummer drills it hard and low to Ethan Little, who marks on the back flank. It was a nice looking kick. Running for him, Kylan Bishop. Little puts the kick over the top so Bishop can run onto it. He passes further forward to Francis Bruce, who just can't quite hold on to the juggling effort to mark.
Yeah.
The ball off hands over the boundary line.
There's a few danger signs, I reckon, for Federals, because they've had the ball down there a couple of times and they haven't been able to score. And Pioneers have just swamped them with pressure. Ball goes up, Miles at the back. Good work there by Wilmot in front for Federals. Campbell gets in there too. Good play by Egger. Egger gets it out the back. Goes towards Carlisle again. McDonald.
Upfield.
Murdoch will take the free.
Yeah, it's been paid upfield. Well, they're going to send it back. Oh no, just making Murdoch go back behind the man on the mark. He's had a pretty good game. Shane Murdoch from the wing. He goes long and direct towards centre forward, looking for Walker again, perhaps. Cleared him. The little handball out for Feds under pressure. Malbunker, he's lost it. Peckham picks it up. Gets it towards Sortino. He can't handle it. Peckham goes back in again. Feeds the handball backwards to Luke Adams. And Adams, cool and calm, passes out to the half-back flank to McMasters.
Yeah, they've been all over him back there at half-back at the moment. Plummer.
Making a bid for best on ground.
Yeah, their short passing's been great. Campbell's got Bailey over the top. Yeah, he uses him. He takes the grab, slows it down. Foster's leading for him. Foster's lifted. He's been fantastic since the third quarter. Now he's trying to take on his player. Dodgers gets around him. Good foot skills. Oh, the umpire's called it.
Oh, he shouldn't have thrown it away.
Shouldn't have thrown it away. It was really good work there by Foster. You just got to keep your head in those situations.
Now Federal with a free kick. Over to Connor Harnischfager. Connor, hard name. From the half-back flank, kicks towards the wing. Nice pass to Wilmot. But they're not moving it with any fluency anymore, Federal. It's all stop-start, kick out wide. Sortino, what a good game he's had. He read it well, just couldn't quite hold on to the mark, but he'd probably be happy to see it over the boundary line for a boundary throw.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, Stan, Federal seem to be just like playing this side of the field, where they've got to use the other side. They've got to open the ground up.
It's almost the reverse of what South used to do in the old days,
yes.
Always playing down the gap road
all
side.
Down the gap wing side. Ball on the ground. Good play there by Joe Roberts, just to hold it up. Good tackle there by Luke Adams.
It's a real arm wrestle at the moment.
Absolutely. Pioneers have got the buffer at the moment, though. Good play there by Bishop. Gets it up forward, looking for Little, and Foster goes at the back. Foster's there. He's got Little, doesn't use him. Dodges, kicks it long, looking for Malbunka. Malbunka flies. Ball goes to ground. Ball! Two Pioneer players go straight at each other. Anyways, ball back on the ground again. Working really hard. White's in there. Good play by Wiley. Wiley, though, kicks it straight to Luke Adams. Probably the most dangerous kicker on the ground. Now he kicks it to Campbell. Campbell gives a handball, gets it back. Campbell will have a check side kick.
Oh.
Across the front of goals.
Nearly turned back the clock. Seen him do a few of them playing for Ashes in under 14s here at Traeger Park many years ago. Oh, Pioneer, they've got another behind on the board. They stretch their margin out to 8 points now. Joe Roberts a little bit undecided there in the back pocket. Eventually he gets the short pass over the top to big Travis Smith. Smith looks for Harnischfager, who marks on the half-back flank. Again, stop-start here from Feds. Kick out to the wing, out wide. Oh, is that Robert Woods out there?
Yep.
Hasn't seen a lot of it. When he did get it a couple of times up forward, he got a couple of goals on the board early. He can be dangerous. Short pass to Harnischfager.
I think that's Malbunka instead, out there.
Oh, James Malbunka. Yep. And again, slow movement of the footy here from Feds. Harnischfager with it. And he'll go short to Wiley.
We did speak about Woods, but I think Jackson Cole's been fantastic back there.
Hasn't he?
Peckham flies for the ball. Nose dives into the turf. Ball goes out the back. Lakes there. Good play there by Federals to keep it light. Takes one and pretty high. Now Murdoch gets it. He's usually a good kick of the footy, though the ball goes to ground. Savalas is in there. Doolan throws his body in there again. Goes back to Peckham. Peckham gives a good handball out to that player and Bishop. Ball still on the ground now. The umpire blows his whistle. There's a bit going on back behind the play.
I reckon that's what he's blowing the whistle for too.
And
he's going for the card.
That's what I said a bit earlier. And Peckham's probably just going to cool down a little bit.
Oh dear, this could be critical.
His team's in a absolute fantastic position at the moment.
Now, where's this kick going to end up? It's still going to be outside 50. Probably fortunate no 50-metre penalty.
Yes.
If the card's been pulled out, Henry needs to get himself off the ground a bit quicker than what he's doing at the moment. I don't think the kick can be taken until he's got over the line.
Yeah, and the time still clicks over.
Could be a turning point. Pioneer leading by 8 points, 6-8-44. Federal 5-6-36. I'm not sure what the colour of the card was or whether or not...
I think it was a yellow, Stan. Yep, yellow.
There'll be a man down or not. Feds go forward, deep into attack. Egger was underneath it. Cole been brilliant in defence. Got a fist on the footy. Lachlan Lake gathers. Handball didn't find the target. Here they come. Robert Woods, a danger man. Swoops on it in. He might have kicked the goal.
Wobbly kick.
Oh, wasn't it? He's got it. And Feds close the margin to just 2 points. Robert Woods with his third goal.
And probably his fourth kick.
I reckon that's right. That's the sort of player he is, though.
Yeah, and costly because of the free kick and the yellow card.
He's probably seen a couple of little things just lately that they could do without. Foster throwing the ball away a little bit earlier too, that resulted in the free kick that wasn't going to be there. They're in a great position. They've just got to keep their heads. They're good players at getting the footy too, like Luke Adams and Matty Campbell, and young Bishop's been fantastic. Hasn't he? Well, what a game Bishop's had.
They've been really good. They just need to keep their heads.
So ball back in the middle, and there's a change in the ruck at long last. Lachlan Lake's gone in there, so Shaney Miles, he's given his all, maybe enough. McMaster's bursting off half back, and then just straight through the oncoming opponent. Kick under pressure forward. Didn't find anyone though. Wilmot marks it, and now he'll pass off to Joseph Egger. Egger's got it on the wing. The handball back inboard. Oh, that's a long sweeping handball out wide to Semler Far. It came from Germano. Now the kick out wide has been marked by Hudson. Hudson passes inside 50. A good kick too. Joe Roberts has taken the mark in front of the eyes. Chance for another shot at goal here for Feds.
Strong mark. Williams was coming at him, and or it might have been McMasters. And good strong mark, good kick, good team play. Big Milesy comes back on. They'll need him for the last few minutes of the game. Joe Roberts, normally a beautiful kick. This will give them back-to-back goals.
And give them back the lead. 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. We've got a great view on the ICTV cameras.
Absolutely.
Roberts starts out right and swings and just swings inside the post. And Federal have taken the lead in the semi-final.
Wow. Great effort there.
Whisker in that one.
Yeah, that's it. I've always said that footy's like 90% mental. Like, just need to hang in there and grind away. Pioneers need to bounce back now.
7-6-48. Federal, Pioneer 6-8-44, a 4-point lead to Feds on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. We've got 11 minutes to go in the knockout semi-final for 2019.
And Foster's come back on, which is probably a good move because just that extra marking target. Now, Carla and Miles to do battle. Ball goes up in the air. Carlisle wins out this time. Good play there by Coleman. Gets across there and supports. Ball on the ground. Well done by Coleman to chase it up. Gives it to Bishop Bailey. Ethan Little. Little pumps the ball along. There's Foster underneath it. Can he take it? No, the ball goes out the back. His brother picks it up. Has a shot. Has he got it? Beautiful kick.
And now Pioneer back in front on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. That was a brilliant passage of play out of the middle. Started with Patrick Coleman.
Wow.
Yeah. We don't get any replays around the goals. Pioneer 7-8-50, Federal 7-6-48, Bachelor Institute scoreboard.
They're planning now. Ethan Little's in there. He's planning with his other midfield crew.
He was instrumental in that passage of play. Kylan Bishop again.
Yeah, he's only a young fellow. I think he's only about 17, 18 years of age.
Few of their best in that. Coleman, Bishop, Little, and Foster finishing. A lot of youth in amongst that.
2-point game. Ball goes up. Carlisle wins the ruck. Ball goes at the back. Well done there by Pioneers just to hold it up. Federals now fighting hard for the footy. Roberts gets wrapped up by 2 Pioneer players. Ball will be balled up, but that's probably a good result for Federals. Ball goes up again. Carlisle wins it this time. Gets it over. Wilmot's got time. What's he going to do? He's going to go short. He's looking for Walker. Good play there by Pioneers just to get it out, but Murdoch's going to take the mark on the wing.
It's very clever and quick handball by Bronson Plummer. Got rid of it in a jiffy and then allowed the next kick, but Murdoch will send it forward again for Feds. Walker waits underneath. Cole comes in late with the fist. Good crumbing by Walker. Handball to Robert Woods. Deep in the pocket. Snaps towards the top of the goal square. Wicked bounce for Richard Pepperell. A little bit of pressure now in defence. Feds 2-on-2. It's a pretty even contest here. Snap in towards goal. Clean bowls everyone and goes through for a point. I think it was James Taylor getting beat the ball.
He probably could have just kicked it to the young fella in Hudson there.
That makes it just 1 point the difference on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. Pioneer leading 7.850 to 7.749.
And I know I've mentioned Cole quite a bit, but he covered again to get across and spoil on Walker there. If he didn't do that, Walker would have taken a mark. Anyways, McMaster's beautiful kick to Coleman. Coleman takes a mark. Now this kick is really, really important. Kicks it up, finds Williams. Good lead by Williams. Just measuring their kick. Foster, what's he going to do here? He's got the runner play. Beautiful kick up there to his brother. Ball goes to ground. Oh, Foster falls over as well. Axton's in there. He's got Campbell to beat. Campbell clings onto him, hangs onto him. Good pressure there by Pioneers forward line. Ball goes out of bounds. Good play there by Pioneers just to lock it in, but also Federal's not to panic.
1 point the difference, Pioneer leading. Boundary throw in on the Eagles attacking 50. Darryl White to do the ruck work. Taps it down to Foster. Foster got boot the ball. Sends it deep into the forward pocket. Oh, they're appealing for deliberate there. Might have been a little bit harsh on Matt Axton. I would have thought if that was paid. We'll have a boundary throw in about 40 metres, 35 metres around from the Pioneer goal.
Now, young Sean Foster has hurt himself, or he could be cramping up.
We certainly need him up and going again. He's been very good throughout this second half in particular. Ethan Little taps it out in front of Liam McDonald. He lost it. Egger gets it. Feeds a handball out wide. Harnisfegger with the kick towards centre wing. Oh, courage in the front position. Shanny Malbunker as James Malbunker came from behind. Coleman received the handball. A nice handball from him towards Liam McDonald. His kick has been smothered. Carlisle picks up, slams it onto the boot and sends it out of bounds on the full centre wing grandstand side.
And if you would have just seen that bit of play there, Stan, there was just a nest of Pioneer players. I'm not sure where all the Federals forwards are.
Shanny Malbunker's still down. Of course, he parked himself in front of the marking contest and took the body contact from behind.
That sort of play is just, you know, it's worth its weight in gold, you know, when players do that.
Eric Williams with the kick.
Williams drives the ball along looking for Campbell. Good mark there by Murdoch. Starting to pick up a few kicks now, Murdoch, in this quarter. Starting to be a real instrumental player. Kicks it across. Good kick. Smith will take the grab. He's got Wilmot on if he wants him. He can go back to Harnisfegger.
Smith's easy to say, isn't it?
He's in a little bit of trouble there. Good pressure by the Pioneer forwards. Wilmot's got it. Wilmot's got to beat Little. He does. Smith gets it. The big man has a run. Kicks it up to the wing. He's got Egger there. Good work by Coleman. Clark, he'll just go bang, straight back to the Pioneer forward line. Campbell gets the ball, gives it to Foster, gives it back to White. White goes to Foster.
Couple of cool heads there. Some real experience. Campbell, Foster and White involved.
All their experienced players.
And one of the young guns to try and finish it off now, Sean Foster. Crucial kick. This will put him more than a goal clear. Just under 5 minutes left in the knockout semi-final.
Crucial goal if he gets it. Crucial. He goes back. Puts it straight through, Stan.
2 goals in this final term to Sean Foster. And Pioneer, a 7-point lead on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. A little bit difficult now for Federal. They've got to get 2 goals to get in front.
Yeah, let's see if Federals have got enough in the tank to give it another crack. Pioneers, beautiful play there. Like we said, they're experienced players. Didn't panic and got it to the young man in Foster, and he slotted the goal. Good effort there. Midfield's been on top there for the last couple of shots in the midfield here. Pioneers, so interesting to see what happens here.
Could be, well, I reckon we'd term it an upset if Pioneer won. They did finish 4th on the ladder, and Federal finished 3rd, 4 games clear of them.
And Pioneers have been playing with a man down as well as Peckham comes back on the ground.
That's a great effort by the Eagles. Underman running on strongly in this final term. 8.856, Federal 7.749, 7-point difference on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. Crunch time for Federal. Shaney Miles back in the ruck against Carlisle. Miles won it forward. Ethan Little plucked it out of the air. Oh, didn't get boot the ball there as he was tackled by Doolan. Holding the ball, the decision. Feds to go forward. They need to do it quickly. Doolan onto the trusty left boot. Puts it out in front of Wilmot. Roberts it is with strong hands.
It's a bit proppy there.
Still just forward of the centre circle. Joe Roberts goes long and direct. It's an inside 50. Walker, clear jump at that. Went through his fingers. Waiting at the back. Hudson has a snap in towards goal. It falls short. And the mark's been taken by Sortino.
Sortino, fantastic. It's like the Pioneers players stopped. They had more time, Federals, to have actually run that footy in.
Just under 3 minutes left.
Bishop takes a good mark in front of Murdoch.
Another contender for best player honours.
Oh, absolutely. He's had a blinder and he's cramping up at the moment, but he's had a really good game.
Cramp could be a little bit of a time-wasting tactic at the moment.
Kicks to Miles. Oh, Miles doesn't let him down. He's had a big day. Miles chips it across, looking for Coleman. Another bloke who's had a really good game today, all the way from Tennant Creek.
Pioneer fans screaming for 50. A little bit of time wasting here. Back to Ethan Little.
Yeah, it's good play. It's good, smart play.
7 points the lead. 2 minutes to go. Pioneer chewing up some time. Nice pass from Little. Albert Bailey hugs it tight to the chest.
Yeah,
another short one. Out wide looking for Sortino. This time it's been intercepted by Feds. Footy has been gathered by Henley Driffin. Driffin kicks back forward. But Ethan Little there again for Pioneer. Another to have a good game for the Eagles.
Little, and they'll Little, he'll go long. He's looking for Peckham. Peckham's got one to beat. Good play there by the Federals player in Driffin. Ball goes out the back now. Well done. Federals keep moving the ball forward. One-on-one contest goes at the back. Two players going hard for the ball. Federals win it out. Gives it to Walker. Walker's got one to beat. Good tackle there by Cole. Umpire says play on. Tarrant Mars in there again. Oh, ball goes over. Out of bounds.
Ken Jackson Cole instrumental in saving the day.
Yeah, he's done it a couple of times today.
Spoiling, tackling, he just seems to get in at the right time.
He just gets there.
Boundary throw in, footy deep in attack for Feds. They need one and they need one quickly. Oh, here's a chance. Kick out's gone straight to Henley Driffin. 45 metres out, back in towards goal. He's put it through. 1 point the difference. 1 point the difference. 44 seconds left on the clock. I don't know if they can get it back to the centre quick enough here for Feds.
No. Oh, no.
This is where we'd like to maybe see time on for at least after a score.
Yeah.
30 seconds left on the clock. Gee, they've got it back to the centre. Probably the quickest they've done it all day. Maybe still a chance here for Feds.
Yeah, and
now
hold up
do they go in and do a 6 or do you pay a free kick?
They probably should have got the free kick.
You haven't done it all year, you can't start doing it now.
Right.
14 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, ball up on the ground, ball up. Good work by Carlo. Federals, good work by Little. Little been fantastic. Kicks it to half forward. Ball goes to ground. Adams. There it is.
Pioneer advanced to the prelim. A 1 point win over Federal. Right down to the wire. And the Young Eagles back in the finals this year. Rare to see them, not in it last year, but they're making their mark in 2019.
Yeah, well, that's it. We spoke about that before the game, you know, whether they would go on and improve from last year. And they've made the finals, and now they're going through the second stage of the finals, which is fantastic for their club.
An excellent second half by Pioneer too, because they were down by 10 points at half-time. Feds got the early jump on them. And look, they just hung in there throughout the first half. A real good third term. They got their noses in front, and what a seesawing last quarter we had.
Yeah, what a great game of footy. Both sides, you know, to the credit, they both didn't give up, and to have a 1 point game, that's what we were after. And I'm sure the people out there watching the game tonight have seen a fantastic game of footy. It was really measured too. Like both coaches really measured. You know, and really spoke about strategy and getting things right on the field. And look,
Highlands
could have went either way.
Looks like we might be going down to the ground for an interview.
like that.
Yeah. Hi, Lance. How do you think your team went tonight?
We made a lot of mistakes, but we recovered in the second half most.
How do you make it? How do your team Henry Peckham?
Well, it was disappointing when you get minutes, a big chunk of your game gone. We only play 23-minute running clock games, and it really hurts. So the guys there, they fought and stuck with the plan, kept on working hard at it. You've got to give the guys credit for that.
What do you think your team will be focusing on next week for the next game?
Well, we've really got to have a look at the next game and see who we're going to play first, and then we have to adapt to that. But football doesn't change much, so we just try and keep it simple as possible.
Yeah, thanks again, Lance Wyatt, for the interview.
Big thank you to Travis Kenny down there with assistant coach for Pioneer, the great Lance White. A couple of little technical issues there, but well done, Travis. Persisted, and we got some good comments from Lance White towards the end of that, and he's an assistant coach with Roy Arvin, a couple of the all-time greats. They know what premierships are about, co-coaches of the 97-98 back-to-back flags. Absolutely. For Pioneer. So Woe Foster's surrounded himself with some pretty wise heads. Yeah, that's it, and you could see the way they played. It's obviously they've got some good. The Brains Trust is really good down there, and it's a big win today for them to take Federals today. Yeah. Certainly is. They're not a club that's used to premiership droughts, and I'd venture to say this might be the longest premiership drought in the club's history. So they're looking forward to a little bit of a resurgence up the ladder, and some quality youngsters helping them to do it. Maybe none better than Jackson Cole today. He was fantastic in the back line. It's hard to find good key defenders. Oh, look, he set it up. Like he was covering two players tonight. Like his efforts to help his teammates, it was unbelievable. He had a really good game today. Their midfielders there were some really good players in the midfield too. Ethan Little and young Bishop, those sort of players. They were good. They were good, solid for the whole game. So quality youngster in defence. You mentioned a couple of quality youngsters through the middle and up forward. And also through the midfield, Sean Foster, who finished things off for him in the last quarter with a couple of goals. You're right, Stan. He came good in the second half. His third quarter and fourth quarter, it was unbelievable. He created a lot of run, used his height. He was in the ruck, and doing ruck roving as well. So good effort by him tonight. So the Eagles look like they're heading back towards their former glory days for Federal. Maybe this signals the end of an era. They've been one of the most dominant clubs over the last decade. It's a long time since they bowed out of the finals in the first week of finals. Yeah. So it's curtains for Federals for 2019. Pioneer will move on to meet the winner of South and Rovers coming up next here at Traeger Park. You won't be seeing that one on ICTV, but you'll be seeing the loser of that game next weekend in the prelim. And of course, they'll be playing Pioneer, and plenty more footy coming up tomorrow too, when we've got the Bush teams coming in for preliminary finals as well. The Community Cup competition, Wallaura versus Laramba, and the other game we'll be doing, so we've got two preliminary finals tomorrow. The Country League, Ginger Porter versus Western Arunda, the Arunda Derby. A great game, absolute ripper. So it's been fantastic from Traeger Park tonight. My name's Stan Coombe on behalf of Sean Cusack and the entire ICTV crew. We thank you very much for joining us, and we hope we can catch you again tomorrow. And big thanks to the Batchelor Institute. It's bye from Traeger Park.
On Territory roads, anything can happen, so you need to drive real careful. Slow down in the rain, when it's dusty, or if there's animals on the road. drive too fast and you can lose control. So slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good